Blah, 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 blah. Oh, I'm so sleepy this morning. I think I'm coming down with a little cold. I don't know where I would have gotten a little cold, but I think I'm coming down with one. Because I can tell in my voice, and I'm just so tired. I'm a tired bean. Tired human being. Woke up at 6 a.m. like in a panic, like you've missed something. But I didn't, thankfully. But I did have to get up and get going quick. So get up. Get up, woman. Oh. But I'll tell you what works, what helps. This stuff helps. Oh, I am. I am definitely coming down with something. Good morning. I don't know why my voice is weird, but it doesn't usually happen. I don't usually get sick. Well, I am getting sick, I can tell. And I feel like my body feels like it's getting sick. You know that feeling? Your body kind of feels like, oh. But I can't tell if that's just being old or if that's like real. Good morning, butterflies. How are you? Good morning, Badger and Oren. Hello. Good morning, starshine. The earth says hello. Can't believe I got that note. Anyway, good morning, loves. Oh, it's so nice. I got all my sisters with me. We are family. I got all my sisters with me. You've been gravelly too? It might just be the air, huh, Oren? We might have some shit flying around in the air. Maybe that's what it is. Because I don't really get sick. I mean, I do, but not really often, actually. Anyway, I'm still in the itchy skin phase, though. Sorry about that. I'll try and calm myself down. Neo lounginers and lounginas, how are you? How are you, Neil? Santa Ana, that's what it. Okay, because I noticed it was really windy. Oh my God, it's so funny. Because my window's open and I'm like, what the fuck's blowing everything? I know, I can't wait, butterflies. Anybody have the DL on when they're gonna when she's gonna release the Krakens? Does anybody know that? I wonder. Does she have a time specified? Good morning, starshine. Maybe that's what it is. It's probably that, Oren. It's probably that. That really tracks because it's definitely there's a breeze blowing in my window, and it's the Santa Ana, and it is the Santa. God, I am just so. Oh, I am getting old later today. Damn. All right. Well, I'll come back for it. If it drops later today, I'll come back live, just for fun, just to act like I know what I'm talking about. Oh boy. Um, I didn't watch Kamala's interview with Brett Baer except for a couple of spots. Um, and I never know who wins those conversations. I mean, usually it's either really dominant. I mean, he got through to his people, Brett Baer did, because everybody on the MAGA side, because they're trying to convince themselves of something. So I'm not mistaken in this. But everyone on the maggot side was like, um, you know, oh my God, she's so dumb. She's so dumb. She's so dumb. And so they just say they win. That's what they do. So whether they won or not in their own minds is completely irrelevant because they just say that they won. And winning a conversation is an interesting concept. So, whatever. Oh, really, Scott? I guess we're all under the little bit of weather today. Look at us. Little commiseratings. Cute. So, I think that what was I saying? I can't even remember. Oh my gosh, it's me. It's not you, it's me. Oh, the winning of the conversation. Okay, so he acts like they act like everyone's won, that they've won that conversation. So first of all, those conversations, if they're meaningful to you, exactly. Thank you, Neil. If those conversations like debates and polls and TV interviews are meaningful to you as a voter, I don't really think that's a very serious way of treating your voting. Because I don't think that anyone, first of all, here's what my theory is. And I don't know if she did good, did not good. I mean, she was fine in the spots that I saw. She was fine. And frankly, he was a rude son of a bitch. Good morning, gal. He was a really rude son of a bitch. So, and he would never have done that to the fucking Trump. Okay, Brett Baer, you fucking bloated piece of pork fat. No, nothing. You were the dick. Okay, you were the dick stepping over her and doing that you would never do to another politician, let alone a female politician. So get down with your old traditional male bullshit, because you couldn't even keep it in your pants enough for that. She did win in my book because, frankly, no one should have to put up with a fucking pansy ass male trying to get in their face and talking them down. Like, fuck you. Do you want to have a conversation about this or not? I don't know. So one, I mean, the thing is it doesn't do anything. It doesn't do it. Maybe it does for the undecided. Who are the undecided voters? That's what I really want to know. Who are these undecided fucking voters? I need to talk to you. I'll tell you. I need to talk to you because I don't understand. I don't understand. Also, he can't move his face because of so much Botox. Exactly. And he actually, frankly, some of it might be bad Botox because he's a little bloated. So I think Brett Baer is having a reaction to his Botox. Anyway, so I don't know. These are the things. I can't stand it. I want to know what someone's done. You want to know what someone's done? Let me show you what someone's done. I have some stuff for you this morning. I have a lot of stuff for you this morning. So hang in there. Whoops, where is it? Now I lied. I guess I lied. Where's that? Oh, I know. It's my bookmarks. No, it's not. It's my Twitter. Is it? No, it's my bookmarks. Oh, here we go. God damn. Oh, I can't stand this. Oh, I see what it's doing. That's really weird. That's really weird. Damn it. Okay. I can't spell either. I can't speak. I can't spell. It's really it's a good job for someone that can't speak or spell to try and do a little TV show. All right, I want to show you how I vote. Here's how I vote. Oops. No, never mind. That's not how I vote. Why isn't that working? Oh, there we go. Okay. This is how I vote. Oh, God. I'm going to say David Hogg shared this. I'll read it to you because it's too small. New. Prednisone eats bones, would opt for alternative. Oh, that's interesting. Team psoriatic arthritis, to prednisone or not to prednisone? That is question. I don't take prednisone. I take Cosentyx right now. I've gone through about 4 or 5 medicines for psoriatic arthritis over the last 6 years. So, yeah, I don't take that. I take Cosentyx, but I went through all of them. So I don't know what. Yeah, it's not good. It's not good. I hate it. I wish I didn't have it, but I have it. Hi, J Rance. I read on X from a solid news source that Brett Baer of Fox News says, "Oh, that clip Harris raked me about was a mistake. We meant to run another clip." Yeah, sure. Oh no, he's an idiot. He's such an idiot. You take 5 milligrams. Oh, interesting. I have not been assigned prednisone for this. I have my other. I have my biologics. Biologics. All right, so this, I vote for my presidents based on what they fucking do for us as people in their country. They, this is what they do. I'll read it. I'm so sorry. It's so small. The White House released on October 16th, which is what, 2 days ago? Are you dropping off your ballot? Yeah, girl. I got to fill mine out. The FTC has finalized its click to cancel rule, which will require companies to make it easy to cancel a subscription as it is to sign up. Unwanted subscriptions add up for Americans, and our administration is taking action to save families time and money. This is a thing. No, they haven't been released yet, gal. This is a thing. This is something that the Biden administration worked to make happen. Okay? This is good stuff. This is what I like. This is what I like. They cannot come soon enough. I'm very excited about it. I'll come live if they're not dropped by the time we're done. Anyway, so I vote for my presidents based on what they fucking do. I don't give a shit about how they, because here's the thing. I know a lot about public speaking, I think. And especially as like a head of an organization or something like that, or a head of a department, right? I know a thing or two about public speaking. And what I also know is that certain people are really good either in the speech part of it where it's written, or they're really good at the one-on-one conversation. And they can be good at all of it, but sometimes really, really fucking smart people aren't the best at kind of like spinning an interview, which is really what you're doing. When you're in an interview and you're trying to put a point across, you're basically positioning your information in the best light possible, right? So you're spinning whatever it is. Whether it's for good or for evil is another question, but you're definitely delivering it in a way that you hope the audience will whatever. Okay? So some people are really, really good at that. Really, really good at the camera, really, really good at the big crowds, really, really good at the one-on-one, really, really good at the debate, really, really, you know what I mean? Like there's just so many different scenarios where someone can be in a public speaking role. I just think maybe I don't find her to be very compelling in interviews because she does tend to like use corporate speak a lot, which is very Silicon Valley to me. So it doesn't shock me. So but at the same time, I don't give a shit. If she's uncomfortable, she can go to Toastmasters. I don't care. I think she's fine. And I think her answers are fine. You know, everything is fine. So I don't know. I really, that's just my personal pet peeve. I'm not, there's no call to action or anything to do about this. It's just kind of a, she's consistently on message, and sometimes she takes a minute to get there. I'm not going so far as the word salad, but I can hear the Silicon Valley corporate speak. I can hear it because I grew up around it, because I worked in it. So that's what I hear. And it bothers me, but I also know where it's coming from. And I know that there's some real definite, there's passion behind a lot of what she does. So I don't know. I just, it doesn't matter to me. And I think she did the best job, certainly, that she could with a fucking asshole. He was like, he never let her finish a fucking sentence. Never. And he would never have treated Trump like that, period. And then Trump is talking yesterday about the fairness doctrine and bringing that. What? Y'all are. I'm going to tell you, the journalism industry has completely left us at the side of the road. They have left us at the side of the road, and it's a race to who creates the first book. Now it's just a book race. Anyway, yesterday, they finalized a rule to make it easier to cancel memberships and subscriptions. And frankly, I think that is a big deal. Oh, he was? Oh, good. Let's find him. No. Anyway, so that was my little thing. I have a lot of stuff for us to go over, but let me see what I can find. Oh, okay, itching. It's bad. Okay. Boop boop. Oh, let me tell about Jim Gaffigan. I'm gonna rant about him too. I can't stand it. Do 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 do. Okay, well I can't find that. That's okay. Hi, Oomph. Good morning. Can't believe now Trump says he's gonna bring back the SALT deductions. What? What's going on with him? Like he's Tom. You're right. All the Murdochs need to go back to Australia, which is another bookmark I have to share. Well, I want to share just to make sure you're aware of it. Last night, for us in the Northern Hemisphere, GP shared the Lachlan Murdoch 3-part series on by Australian television about Lachlan Murdoch, the son who's taking over. So that would be interesting. There's 3 parts. It's a 3-part series. So we should take a look at that. Let's see. What was I going to do? Read on X. Okay. Let me see what else I had for us this morning. Jim Gaffigan. Okay. Yeah, let me tell you about Jim Gaffigan. Okay, so I know Jim Gaffigan is an idiot. I know that. I know he's a fucking stupid comedian, whatever. I didn't think he was so MAGA, but I guess I haven't been paying attention. I don't pay attention to him. He's not funny to me. So, he bombed. Okay. I actually tweeted at him because I was so fucking mad, like it's gonna do anything. But you never know. You never know. You gotta take the chance that somehow someone's gonna notice it and bring it to his attention. But let's see. Where's my Jim Gaffigan tweet? I think he blocked me. No, he couldn't have blocked me, right? Why would he block me? God damn it. What the fuck? Oops. Oh. Okay. Can't type. There we go. What a fucking idiot. How embarrassing for him. Let me see. Sorry. Wait, Jim Gaffigan draws gasps. During the first and only debate, President Trump talked about migrants taking cats and eating them. If you're keeping track at home, this is the second time grabbing a kitty has been part of a campaign issue. Yeah, so he wasn't funny. Wait, where's my... Oh my God. Okay, never mind. I can't find it. But anyway, I basically told him, this isn't the gig you take. All right? For many reasons, not just because of Trump. You could probably not take it because of the Catholic diocese. But I don't know if he's one of those is he a hardcore Catholic or something like that? I don't really know. Jim, I actually didn't watch his speech. I turned it off, but I did get about 8 minutes of him and Melania sitting awkward. Oh, his wife is hardcore. That makes sense. Yeah, you got $20 on Gutfeld writing his joke. I totally could see that, Pepper. Totally could see that. I had no idea his wife was hardcore. Well, that makes a lot of sense. How the fuck do people sit there and pretend this asshole? I don't know, Carla. I don't know. I feel like we're in a weird... I don't think she flagellates. Yeah, right. Exactly. Yeah, I know. Opus Dei much? Well, I thought it was an embarrassment for him to do it. And I think if you are going to placate a party that allows women to die in parking lots and not only allows it but celebrates it by saying that they'll pass more laws, then you can pretty much go fuck yourself. I really don't care if you live or die. How about that? Okay, Lee. I'll probably be here. We got quite a bit of stuff to go through this morning. This was denied. That's right. Trump got denied. Today we get the cache of documents. Cache of documents. I know I have a little gal thing. But I do have some other stuff to read this morning. So I'm going to read some stuff. Wait, let me keep a weather eye on the... Yeah, we're waiting for the chuck and drop. So, oops. Let me... Doop, doop, doodly doop. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. What is going on here? What is going on? Oh, wait, no, it's this one. Sorry, kids. All right. Let me keep a weather eye on what's happening. And go fuck yourself twice on Fridays. That's right. Likely to be heavily redacted, but the redactions were pretty... Oh, my God. It was like... It took a minute for people to figure them out. And then it was nothing. And then it was nothing. And then it was nothing. Mm-hmm. Oh, my God. I'm going to tell you right now, I might... Never mind. I'm not going to talk about it. Okay. Let's see what Nigel Farage is up to today. He's a big dick. Farage given free team of... Wait, when is this? October 17th, 2024. Yesterday? Farage given free team of U.S. PR advisors by former Bannon AIDS firm. Reform UK leader received support for his American activities after becoming an MP, but has not declared the services as a benefit. Oh, Nigel, you naughty, naughty little boy. Oh, this is not big enough. I'm very sorry. For anybody. Nobody can operate like this. Okay. Let's see. Nigel Farage has used a team of 3 U.S. advisors to help him with perception management and public relations in America. Why? As well as with settling a $3,500 hotel bill this summer. New documents show. The official filings made in the U.S. reveal that the leader of Reform UK and MP for Clacton has been assisted at least 15 times by Capital HQ, a firm led by Alexandra Priat, who is a former press spokesperson for the controversial former Donald Trump strategist Steve Bannon. Its work for Farage has become public because Capital HQ had to register with the government under foreign agent laws in the U.S. Well, that's right. Priat and 2 of her employees have declared that they were paid salaries by Capital HQ while carrying out activities on behalf of a foreign principal after Farage became MP in July. According to the documents, Capital HQ was hired to take on activities for Farage, including promotion, perception management, public relations, speeches, appearances, communications, travel, accommodation, and logistics, and other political activities in furtherance of political interests of the foreign principal. It describes his address as the House of Commons in London. Capital HQ has taken on the work without payment, and its services have been given to Farage free. However, Farage does not register Capital HQ's services on the MP's register of interests as a benefit in kind, nor the fact that Capital HQ settled a $3,500 hotel bill for him at the Hilton Garden Inn. How do you rack up $3,500 at a Hilton Garden Inn? What the fuck? During the Republican National Convention, which ran 5 days. How is it $3,500 for a hotel for 4 nights? What the fuck? A Hilton Garden Inn? No, Come on now. That's not right. He did register 32,000 pounds of costs associated with the U.S. trip paid for by a British cryptocurrency investor. Christopher, I guess they must have mini bars, Badger. $3,500 includes his grinder. Remember Grinder broke during the Republican National Convention? Do you remember that? Grinder, like the app, broke. Paying for multiple rooms. I don't know, Lee. It actually could be. It could be completely normal, but I don't know. I don't really consider the Hilton Garden Inn one of those, high-end $700 a night things. Maybe it is in Chicago. I don't know. Maybe your Hilton Garden Inn is better than my Hilton Garden Inn. I'm not sure. It makes sense. MPs are required to register any benefits that relate, including entourage. Okay. That relate to their membership of the Commons or parliamentary or political activities if provided by a source outside the UK, whether they be provided free or at a concessionary rate. A three-part series, Subverting 2024, that analyzes in an easy and understand way that election deniers... Ooh! An opinion writer for the Boston Globe writes about Trump's diminishing cognitive ability. Can't be ignored. I mean, but they will. They'll ignore it. Amanda Carpenter... Oh, that's that woman. I always think that's the other one. I have a joke. You know how pedals on an F-150 have new, larger spacing? Yeah, it's to fit those clown shoes the owners wear. Oh, but no, that's not it. That's funny. Nigel Farage is a twat. I agree. Well, because he's a troublemaker. Think of all the twats that we have around us, Neil. They're just all troublemakers. So, of course, they're twats. I mean, it's like totally common. Let me take a look at what this is. Hold on. Let me go to... All right. Okay, here we go. I'm switching around, folks. I'm switching. Switch. Stay with me. Amanda Carpenter reporting, I've got something important for you today. If you follow me, you've probably been tracking a lot of election stuff, and you're concerned about how election deniers continue to threaten our democracy. Well, yes, I am, Amanda. There's so much dangerous stuff swirling around, and there needs to be a way to decode, categorize, and explain what's happening. Your son has a dumb Silverado. I mock him incessantly. Pepper. So here's what I have for you. The first of a three-part series, Subverting 2024, that analyzes in an easy-to-understand way what election deniers are attempting to do this cycle. It's a free newsletter, no ads. Oh, cool. Sweet. I will subscribe. Let's read this. Subverting 2024, Part 1, Deceive. Oh my God. Gal's coming in hot with all the information. Ooh, virtual discussion with Gareth Gore. Oh, at 11. I think I'll probably come back for that, Gal. I think I'll come back for that. That sounds cool. Maybe by then they'll drop the stuff. So we'll do a two-parter today. We're going to have a two-part wake and bake. Well, we'll have a wake and bake now, and then we'll have a later one when they do when Gareth Gore does his thing on Opus Dei. And maybe then check and I'll drop. Lunch and munch. Yeah, exactly. Bring your brown bag to the conference, to the break room. Come on. Okay, here we go. Let's read this. Let me see if I can make this bigger. Oh, you know what? I can make this bigger. Hold on. Oh, don't give them your right name. Okay. It's happening again. Oops, no, I don't want to. No, don't make me. Oh, let me just... You know what? I'm going to smoke some weed before I read this. Didn't the Pope do some... Yes, he did. He did something to the Opus Dei faction. Shit. I can't remember what it was now. Yeah, the Pope did something. Like, excommunicated. I don't know what he did. Oh, no. There is stuff in there. It's probably my fault. Harris will win the popular vote by a large margin. Trump will cast doubt on the results, attempt to keep swing states from certifying, slow it down so it will go to the House of Supreme or the Supreme Court. Yep. Yep. You're right. I know. What is it, Oren? What I'm gonna see what mine is. I don't know. It's cold though. I have my flannel shirt on. It's cold. I bought a new folding cargo rack for your hybrid. When I need to carry something large, it just folds down. Wow. That's true. That's a good point. That's a good point. Okay, frost in the oh boy, it's winter. Winter has come. Okay, here we go. Let me move this so I can see what I'm reading. Okay, it's happening again. Just like the 2020 election, when conspiracies about mail-in voting and faulty voting machines fueled efforts to overturn the results through political, legal, and ultimately violent means, more lies about voter fraud are being spread as a pretext for election deniers to discard the 2024 results. It's true. Non-citizen voters, in quotes, are the scapegoat this time around, and spreading these deceitful narratives is the first step towards election subversion. Protect Democracy's new analysis on 2024 election subversion strategies and how to defuse them explains how these lies are designed to sow doubt about how elections are run, encourage election deniers to interfere in the voting process, and ultimately prevent a rightful winner from becoming president. The first of a three-part series to explain these steps: deceive, disrupt, deny. Understanding election subversion. This is an infographic. Three main subversion strategies build on each other to create a snowball effect. Gaining momentum. Damn it. To seek to prevent a true election winners from taking office. Number one, deceive. First, bad faith influencers in media and politics spread disinformation to erode public confidence in the election and seed narratives about voter fraud during and after the election. Disrupt. Next, these influencers call on supporters to meddle in the election administration and voting processes, primarily by raising unfounded allegations of fraud and introducing chaos and uncertainty into the system. And deny. Finally, using the distrust and disruption as a pretext, these influencers will attempt to interfere with the certification process to dismiss the outcome of the popular vote and declare the true result untrue or unknown. One thing is markedly different. Yeah, it's Santa Ana. It's going to be 90 in a few days. Are you kidding me? Oh, shit. One thing is markedly different about 2024, though. The false narrative started earlier and with more enthusiasm from the highest levels of the Republican Party. To compare, in October 2020, voter fraud conspiracies were underway, but what became the election denialist movement was not organized until after Election Day. But now, in October 2024, Donald Trump is openly voicing these lies. The Republican National Committee has preemptively filed dozens of zombie lawsuits that can be resurrected after the election to cause chaos. And Republican governors and members of the House and Senate are stoking fears that the election is going to be rigged again. Key actors are already aligned on their deceptive messaging on a much earlier timetable. The claim that is getting the most attention now is that non-citizens will vote and sway the election. Here are some other examples of what their shared narrative sounds like. Our elections are bad, and a lot of these illegal immigrants coming in, they're trying to get them to vote. They can't even speak English. They don't even know what country they're in practically, and these people are trying to get them to vote. And that's why they're allowing them to come into our country. That's Trump at the ABC presidential debate, September 2024. We know that states are not requesting proof of citizenship, and people check that box, so there's going to be thousands upon thousands of non-citizens voting. If you have enough non-citizens participating in some of these swing states, you can change the outcome of the election in the majority. GOP House Speaker Mike Johnson in an interview with Politico, October 2024. It is illegal for non-citizens to vote in our elections, yet time and again, we've seen Democrat officials oppose basic safeguards and dismantle election integrity provisions, intentionally opening the door to non-citizen voting in our elections. This is just the latest step in our fight to compel officials to follow the law. Only Americans should decide American elections, and Democrats will be held accountable. Republican National Committee Chair Michael Whatley, who's a real dick, in a letter to election officials in 8 states in August 2024. Now, why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? I wonder. Such statements are deceitful to voters for a few reasons. First, there is no evidence. Just as many bad faith actors promoted conspiracies about 2020 voter fraud with no evidence, there is no evidence illegal voting is being encouraged or enabled in this election. Past efforts to uncover illegal non-citizen voting schemes have only identified a tiny handful of statistically insignificant attempts. For example, the Heritage Foundation, which continues to spread disinformation on this topic, compiled data that found only 24 instances of non-citizens voting. I'm going to read this real slow. The Heritage Foundation, which is one of the primary sources of disinformation in the world. Oh no, my eyes. Said this. Okay? Said this. Where is it? Oh. That they compiled data that found only 24 instances of non-citizens voting in the 20 years between 2003 and 2023. Trump's first-term Presidential Advisory Committee on Election Integrity, filled with his hand-picked members and co-chaired by then Vice President Mike Pence, was abruptly disbanded after finding no evidence of widespread voter fraud. I'm going to just go. I want to see what that is. Oh, okay. In the aftermath of the 2020 election, officials in Texas and Florida allocated significant resources to root out illegal voting, but have come up short. Second, non-citizen voting in state and federal elections is illegal. We have strong laws that bar non-citizens from voting in federal and state elections, and those laws come with stiff penalties. These laws include the National Voter Registration Act of 1993, the Help America Vote Act of 2002, and the Illegal Immigration Reform and Immigration Responsibility Act of 1996. Non-citizens can be deported or denied citizenship and immigration benefits if they violate these laws. Illegally voting in a federal election would be an extremely high-risk, low-reward action for a non-citizen to commit. Third, election officials must verify citizenship to vote in federal and state elections or risk punishment themselves. The National Voter Registration Act requires states to use a common voter registration form that requires an applicant to attest he or she is a U.S. citizen under penalty of perjury. Citizenship information is verified using data from agencies like the Social Security Administration or state-specific departments of motor vehicles to ensure that the information is valid. Federal law also requires states to conduct regular voter roll maintenance and remove ineligible voters. Agencies such as the Department of Justice and U.S. Election Assistance Commission enforce list maintenance practices under the NVRA. What do we got? Rep. Raskin releases a new report by fleecing with unlawful and exorbitant. Oh, they've released a couple of good reports. Let me catch up on here. Trump has a plan to win without the votes, and the fight is on to stop him. All right, well, it's a Mother Jones piece. Cool. I love cargo vans. I want to get a van. Neil had an interview with Katie Couric on what Miller and Co. are planning after the election loss. 2016 original playbook. Yeah, but with better data now. They've learned so much about election denialism over the last 3 years. My union has always said to have your license with you when you vote. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So crazy. Fourth, these claims of non-citizens on voter rolls are misleading, raised on a questionable timetable, do not equate to widespread non-citizen voting, and have already harmed the right to vote for U.S. citizens. Federal law requires states to conduct regular voter roll maintenance because people move, die, or are convicted of felonies daily. Routine maintenance updates records and catches errors to keep the rolls as accurate as possible. However, the law restricts systematic voter roll changes 90 days before an election to prevent people from being disenfranchised. The Department of Justice's guidance on this is available here and has a link. Knowing this is the law, a wave of officials in Republican-led states recently began raising claims about finding potentially illegal voters on the rolls. They did so within the 90-day quiet period window rather than earlier in the year when systematic changes can be made. In late August, Texas Governor Greg Abbott and the Ohio Secretary of State Frank LaRose claimed to have found 1,930 and 138, respectively, potential non-citizens with voting history. It's worth calculating. Even if these claims were confirmed, this would represent at most 0.00011% of votes cast in Texas and 0.0002% in Ohio, based on the current numbers of registered voters there. Abbott and other Texas officials made similar claims in 2019 that didn't stand up to scrutiny. At that time, the Secretary of State's office stated that it had identified thousands of non-citizen voters with a voting history. The Texas Tribune reported that Texas's assertions didn't hold up because many of the flagged registered voters turned out to be naturalized citizens whom the state incorrectly identified as ineligible because it was using outdated DPS data from driver's license and state identification card applications. Terrible. John Oliver. Oh, that's cool. The Texas Tribune report also found that the recent non-citizen voting figures Abbott has promoted are unreliable, as his office has at various times hedged the number of potential non-citizens voters, grossly inflated figures, and included people removed from the rolls who failed to respond to letters alerting them that there were questions about their citizenship. This isn't only happening in Texas and Ohio. Similar claims of non-citizens on the voter rolls were raised in Alabama and then became a pretext for voter purge that affected natural-born lifelong Alabamians, as well as recently naturalized citizens and legally entitled to vote. A Trump-appointed judge temporarily halted this purge with an order issued on October 16th. Meadows. Mark Meadows voted from a fake address. That's right. What about him? While these deceitful narratives about non-citizen voting are attracting the most attention, other troublesome lies with deep roots in conspiracy theories that emerged during the last election are also being amplified. These narratives often take the form of distorted stories about easily resolved clerical issues and unsubstantiated disinformation about voting machines. The important thing to know is that while the details of these conspiracy theories may differ, the purpose of telling them is the same: to deceive voters, provide an excuse to disrupt voting processes, and deny a rightful winner from taking office. Oh, that's good. We'll keep engaged with that. Let me see about this John Oliver thing. Hold on. Let me see about this John Oliver. And then I'm going to need to take a break. I am definitely not feeling well. Okay, hold on. Here we go. Here we go. Need a little John Oliver. Okay. We won't be able to watch the whole thing because they will strike me like a motherfucker, actually. So let's see what we can find. Let's see how far we get. Because I don't want to get slammed. But that's a good I would like to watch that. I will definitely be watching that. Let's see. What else did I have? Oh wait. Oh no. So that's good. Let me bookmark that. And repost that. Oops, I forgot to hat tip you. I'm so sorry. So that we read. Oh, this I wanted to look at. This is the Heritage Foundation. This is the shitty people. All right, good. I want to bookmark that. And I'll take a look at that later. What is this? Oh, yeah. Oh, I wanted to read this. Yeah, I won't get in trouble. Okay, let's read about little Nazis. Everybody needs to start their Friday with a Nazi. This is from Semaphore. I don't know. I can't recall. Is that a military? Is that a military-based or intelligence publication, I think? Investor sues Chuck Johnson for falsely presenting as intelligence agent in an alleged scheme. This is October 16th, 2024. Current news. There he is. There's the ginger Nazi. I'm sorry, he's a Nazi. He doesn't believe in. He's a Holocaust denier. He constantly talks about people's race. He constantly tries to draw race with to compare or to include race as part of someone's character description, some of their motive, like all kinds of stuff. He's a terrible person. He's a terrible person. The best part of waking up is Chuck Johnson in a cup. No, I don't want him in a cup. Okay, anyway. There he is, Chuckle Cuck. I think more people need to know that this guy is around, and he sits in the ear of as many people as he can. And so behind the scenes of all these fuckers, oftentimes you may find a little ginger-haired Nazi. I know, it's crazy. That's the way it is. All right, so I wanted to read this about him. The Scoop, a startling new lawsuit, alleges that a conservative media figure and notorious Twitter troll, oh, that's interesting, Chuck Johnson, and a partner falsely present themselves as intelligence agents or assets of U.S. government agencies to pressure companies into doing business with them. So this isn't having anything to do with Eric, is it? Okay, I'm just going to say that. On Wednesday, Point Bridge Capital filed a civil racketeering, he's the babyface Nazi, yeah, civil racketeering lawsuit in federal district court in Texas against Johnson, alleging that after Johnson invested in one of Point Bridge's companies, he and a business partner began pressuring Point Bridge founder Hal Lambert to take a side in a dispute between Johnson and the facial recognition company Clearview AI, which Point Bridge invests in. The lawsuit alleges that Johnson threatened government retaliation if Lambert failed to do so. Well, see, I think it's Garland. That's what I think, Jay, but I could be wrong. I'm just guessing. But it sounds like a super spy. It sounds like a super spy to me. That's all I'm saying. It's a super spy. I'm a super spy. That's right. Sign up for my Substack because I'm a super spy. Eric Garland. Anyway, I hope he's in trouble. He's such a dick. Gator. Who's Gator? Who's Gator? Which Gator? The lawsuit alleges that Johnson threatened government retaliation if Lambert failed to do so. Point Bridge is seeking damages for breach of contract and restrictions around his business activities and what it described as his criminal schemes. Charles Johnson, Chucklecuck, as we like to call him, is running a fraud and extortion scheme. Oh, that's shocking. Under which he and his RICO co-conspirator... Oh, Gator Greenwell. Okay, all right. Damn. Falsely present themselves as intelligence agents or assets of U.S. government agencies. Eric Garland's at home going, phew. Phew. I can still be a super spy. I'm sorry. I don't like him. Johnson and Greenwell seek investments in upstart technology companies operating in the defense and intelligence sectors, which heavily rely on government contracts. If a company or investor doesn't give in to their demands for equity or favorable investment terms, Johnson and Greenwell threaten to sabotage the company's contracts or funding under the guise of their false claims to be government agents. He actually thought he was going to get away with that. That little stupid Nazi. Johnson has wrongfully succeeded in profiting from and gaining interest in these cutting-edge technology companies using this shakedown scheme, the filing said. Damn, girl. In an email on Wednesday, Johnson told Semaphore that it was the, quote, first I'm hearing of a lawsuit from Mr. Lambert, but that he was looking forward to the legal discovery process should it come to that. So here's the thing. Anytime one of these dick brains says, I want to see I can't wait for discovery, you know they're guilty. You know they're guilty. They're going to settle to avoid any trouble, and I hope to God they don't let him out. Don't let him worm out of this, DOJ. While far from, I mean, somebody needs to take it up. While far from a mainstream conservative media presence, Johnson is a well-known character in online politics circles, having made a name for himself as a belligerent online political. I'm not calling him that. With views that ranged, he's a douche whistle. With views that ranged from conservative and libertarian to outright, no, it's bigoted and racist. Okay, let's be real clear about Chuck Johnson does multiple spaces for hours on end with Richard fucking Spencer. He consistently talks about people's race or them being Jewish or something for his mind to explain whatever nefarious action he wants to attach to that person. So let's not get it twisted about what Chuck Johnson is. He's not innocent. He extorts people. He threatens them. He does it to more than just these people. We know who this dude is. Okay? He's a fucking problem. That makes me mad when people give him any kind of credibility. He's not a journalist. Oh my God. That's the farthest thing he is. His inflammatory and at times incorrect statements, more often than not. These guys clearly don't listen to him, I guess. Statements about news and historical events, including raising doubts about the Holocaust. No, he just denies it. He's not raising doubts. Drew wide attention almost a decade ago. Even after being thrown off Twitter in 2015, he remained well connected among figures in conservative politics and the donor class. Ohio J.D. Vance, Trump's running mate, also recently seemed to regret his years-long correspondence with Johnson, which conservative internet trolls shared with the Washington Post. It was through these connections that Johnson met Lambert. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Take me back to the article. Take me back. I can't sign up for you right now. Let's see. The lawsuit alleges that Johnson met Lambert in 2016 when Johnson contacted him with an unsolicited offer to help raise money for a political candidate. In late 2020, Point Bridge accepted a cash investment from Johnson in exchange for a minority stake in a special purpose investment vehicle for the satellite imaging company Umbra Space. As a retired, thank you, Neil. As a retired newspaper man, I'm enraged by all these two-bit bigots claiming to be journalists. Yes, I stand that. I agree. Johnson and Lambert were also connected through another company, facial recognition service Clearview AI. Lambert was a major investor in Clearview and a member of its board. Johnson had been involved in an early facial recognition software acquired by Clearview AI, resulting in a sales commission and a stake in the company. But after Johnson invested in a Point Bridge company focused on Umbra Space, Johnson and Greenwell began to simultaneously pressure Point Bridge about both Umbra Space and Clearview AI's business, the filing alleges. A year after making the investments, Johnson demanded $100 million in Umbra shares. $100 million. $100 million of Umbra shares, the lawsuit alleged. When he was rebuffed, it said he told Umbra executive Gabe Dominicello that he was with the Defense Department and would ensure Umbra secured no government contracts, destroying the company. In 2023, he asked Point Bridge for money, emailing Lambert a link to a tweet thread about his involvement as an FBI informant. This might help you do the right thing, Johnson said. He is such a dick. Oh, God, somebody towel snap him. According to the lawsuit, Johnson suggested to Lambert and the founder of Clearview that if they did not agree to a deal with Secureport, Johnson and Greenwell would convince intelligence agencies to retaliate against them and Clearview. The lawsuit said that at various dinners since 2020, both Johnson and Greenwell presented Greenwell as having a CIA affiliation, saying he could help with raising funds and government contracting. Quote, my fear for you is that you'll be crushed by the global forces arrayed against you. Oh, really? Global forces? Yes, we know what that's a code word for, Chucky. The complaint alleged Johnson told Lambert and the founders of Clearview in an email. referencing a 2020 Clearview AI data breach. In the next bit, you'll be contacted by the FBI about the Clearview back and the role UAE played in it. Once it became clear that the company had reservations about Johnson, he reached out to other Clearview investors, including Gary Lauder, the veteran venture capitalist and Clearview advisor, gauging interest in an undisclosed takeover of the company, the filing alleged. Quote, "There's an offer to acquire the company and have more responsible hands on the tech," Johnson said, suggesting that the U.S. and U.K. governments, quote, "did not trust Clearview leadership and that, quote, people in the Biden administration were unhappy with the company." Lauder demanded proof of the allegation and, according to the lawsuit, did not find Johnson's claims to be credible. The lawsuit included a long list of public statements Johnson has made on Twitter that it alleges subtly and overtly hints about his ties to the U.S. intelligence community and status as a confidential human source for the FBI. Yes, he talks about it a lot. For being so confidential, he certainly doesn't hesitate to talk about it. Johnson reportedly had been a human source for FBI Special Agent Jonathan Booma, who filed a whistleblower complaint accusing the Bureau of suppressing intelligence from his sources and retaliating against him amid an FBI investigation into what his lawyer described as a documents handling investigation. Wednesday's lawsuit notes that Booma told the Senate Judiciary Committee that the FBI asked him to discontinue using Johnson because his bosses were concerned about posts on Johnson's social media. The Washington Post reported that Johnson provided information to the FBI in recent years about some of his associates and that he had used his connections to fringe political figures to, quote, expose wrongdoing and serve the public good. Wednesday's lawsuit is the latest in the legal dispute between the various parties. Johnson sued Clearview and its founders in New York for breach of contract and unjust enrichment, but several of the claims of the lawsuit were dismissed. In July, Clearview and the founders countersued for breach of contract. Johnson managed to make a small mark on the 2024 election. Earlier this year, he leaked signal messages with Vance, revealed that Vance asked for his take on UFOs, and defended his opposition to voting for some aid for Ukraine in its war against Russia. Johnson's ties to Peter Thiel have been the subject of media intrigue in recent years. Business Insider reported that Johnson introduced Thiel to Booma, which reportedly led to Thiel becoming a source for the FBI. Johnson was banned from Twitter in 2015 for attempting to raise money to, quote, take out activist DeRay McKesson. After Elon Musk took over Twitter, he reinstated Chucklecuck's account. There you go. That's the story of Chucklecuck. Let's see. I have more. I have a lot more. He's a eugenics guy. Yeah, he's a bully, and he slides into people's DMs and tries to convert them to being bullies too. Party's impressed by these claims. I know. Well, that's true too. Can you imagine? I can't imagine meeting Chuck Johnson and being like, "Oh yeah, you're a super spy." Sure you are, kid. Sure you are. All the cool kids are CIs. Yeah, he can't confidentially inform anything. I mean, I hope that he gets more criminal attention, frankly, because there's some things he's done that I think border on illegal in terms of intimidation and other things. The reason he was sent by Matt Gaetz to kill stories about Matt Gaetz. He was deployed by Matt Gaetz to do that, and he did it. He forced people to hide. Do you like it? I got it on Etsy a long time ago. This one's so old. It says Lolo on it. It's like a beach. Etsy is so good. Well, I don't think he's a confidential source anymore. I don't think it. The whole whistleblower thing. I can't believe. I mean, I'm going to tell you right now. All these guys, like everything is connected to a certain pool of shitheads. There's like a common pool of shitheads. So that's why we keep hearing the same fucking names over and over again. All right, let me find the next thing. Okay, we read that. We're doing so good. This is let's wrap up too, or let's close the books on yesterday's news that Madam Chutkin says, "No, I deny your motion. Not only do I deny your motion, but I say no, and I shall be relieving us of the evidence and showing it to the world." Pool with diaper age kids. What? What do you mean? Who has a pool? Oh, the cool kid. CIs usually rat out to save their own. He's not a CI. He's not a CI. He's not. Maybe he had some kind of connection, but this guy is a fucking liar. He's a fucking liar. He's a fucking liar. He's fucking lying. Anyway. Okay. So yesterday we broke wind. Oh, yeah, then the pool. Yes, thank you. God, pool with diaper age kids. Thank you. You're right. LB Greg says TFG is an upper echelon CI. I mean, yeah. But for who? I don't get that. Like, what? No, he isn't. Who's he informing? Who's he talking to? He's not informing. I was asking the same question. Oh, diaper age kids. So yesterday, Madam Chutkin said, "No, sir, not in my court. You're not gonna." And so we have the beautiful. He ratted on the Italian mob to Rudy. Oh, that one. Oh. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. But no, he's not being used for anything now. Nobody knows what's going on in that brain. Oops. So yesterday, good old girl, little Ivan is back at it again. He's threatening voters in North Carolina. Here's another one. Oh my God, that felt really good. Yeah, I remember that. So Rudy just basically cleaned out the Italian mob for the Russian mob. That's the way I heard the story. Which makes sense. So yesterday Chutkin said, "No, I'm going to release the Krakens. I'm going to release all the Krakens." And I just wanted to read her order because we didn't read the actual order, I don't think. Okay, let's see. Before the court is defendant's motion to continue stay of order. On October 10th, the court granted leave for the government to file a redacted version of the appendix to its motion for immunity determinations. That's what we're waiting for today. The court stayed the public docketing of that appendix for 7 days, however, granting defendants' requests for time to evaluate litigation options. The option defendant has evidently chosen is asking the court to extend that stay until November 14th. The power to stay proceedings is incidental to the power inherent in every court to control the disposition of the causes on its docket with the economy of time and effort for itself, counsel, and litigants. How this can best be done, okay. As this court explained, there is an important presumption in favor of public access to all facets of criminal court proceedings. Hell yeah, there is. In light of that presumption, the court may keep criminal documents under seal only after considering 6 factors: the need for public access to the documents at issue, the extent of previous public access to the documents, the fact that someone has objected to disclosure, and the identity of that person, the strength of any property and privacy interest asserted, the possibility of prejudice to those opposing disclosure, and the purposes for which the documents were introduced during the judicial proceedings. Likewise, the court must ensure that sealing comports with the First Amendment's right of public access to criminal proceedings where applicable. The court weighed each of these considerations in determining that the appendix should be filed under partial seal, redacting only certain sensitive information as proposed by the government, and releasing the remainder to the public. Defendant's request does not engage with the 6 relevant factors for sealing. Instead, he argues that keeping the appendix under seal for another month will serve other interests. Ultimately, none of those arguments are persuasive. Oh my gosh, yes. Lincoln's Bible has The World Beneath. The World Beneath is a podcast that Lincoln's Bible, Stephanie, did a long time ago. It is such a good thing about the mob. Really, very important. I'll find the link to that, Tom. It's a really good. First, defendant asserts that releasing the redacted appendix now will poison the jury pool, giving potential jurors a skewed, one-sided, and inaccurate picture of this case, because they may not see his later responsive filing, and even then could rely unduly on first impressions. Even on its own terms, this argument is too speculative to support an extended stay. Both sides' filings will be publicly available other than necessary redactions, and whether potential jurors will be exposed to either of them and in what order is unknown. More importantly, however, a potential juror's exposure to information about the case is precisely the kind of issue best addressed at voir dire, during which the parties can and court can ask individualized questions to probe potential bias or impartiality. Second, defendant argues that it is essential that the public fully understand the arguments and documents on both sides of this momentous immunity issue and is not misled by one-sided submissions, and that limiting the public's access to only one side of this important debate, even temporarily, would grievously harm its understanding of the case. Setting aside the oxymoronic proposition that the public's understanding of the case will be enhanced by withholding information about it, any public debate about the issues in this case has no bearing on the court's resolution of those issues. Quote, legal trials are not like elections to be won through the use of the meeting hall, the radio, and the newspaper. And in any event, the court is not limiting the public's access to only one side. Defendant is free to submit his legal arguments and factual proffers regarding immunity at any point before November 7th deadline. This is simply how litigation works. Each side presents arguments and proffers evidence on disputed issues. Third, defendant contends that asymmetric releases of the parties' immunity arguments and proffers exacerbate the very harms immunity exists to prevent. I.e., a chilling effect on what the Supreme Court has called the bold and unhesitating action required of an independent executive. But the Supreme Court instructed this court to turn directly to briefing addressing the close and fact-specific analysis of the indictment's extensive and interrelated allegations. Those instructions nowhere suggested that such submissions need be simultaneous. And indeed, defendant's true concern does not appear to be with that asymmetry which his own proposed briefing schedule shared. Rather, his objection is to the appendix released during a highly contested political campaign. But a president's capacity as a candidate for office is unofficial and does not implicate the concerns animating his official immunity. Accordingly, the court has repeatedly stressed that defendant's concern with the political consequences of these proceedings does not bear on the pretrial schedule. Finally, and relatedly, defendant claims that the asymmetric release of charged allegations and related documents during early voting creates a concerning appearance of election interference. Wow, it was such a weak request for dismissal. So fucking weak. There is undoubtedly a public interest in courts not inserting themselves into elections and appearing to do so. But litigation's incidental effects on politics are not the same as a court's intentional interference with them. As a result, it is in fact defendant's requested relief that risks undermining that public interest. If the court withheld information and that the public otherwise had a right to access solely because of the potential political consequences of releasing it, that withholding could itself constitute or appear to be election interference. The court will therefore continue to keep political considerations out of its decision-making rather than incorporating them as defendant requests. Any argument about what needs to happen before or shouldn't happen before the election is not relevant here. For these reasons, it's denied. Yay. 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 That's Chutkin. I know. What are we going to call her? Chutkin. Tanya. What was that? What was that? Wasn't Tanya like a hero warrior or something? Oh no, that was the name of the actress that played her. Never mind. Not the same. Okay, we're doing so good. We did that. Oh my God, we're so good. We did that. Okay, we haven't done this. Hold on. Let me just check the live feed to see if there's anything interesting happening so you don't have to keep listening to me. I don't know if this is really our thing. Hold on.
I think he was set for a pretrial conference the other day, but I think because of the
No,
courts.
that's something. Okay, it's not. I thought it was election stuff. It's not. That's fine. Wow. How in the world? I'm going to tell you right now, I work so hard to when I go live, I work so hard to curate some stuff. And I don't always do a great job, but I really do try. I just can't believe some of the chuds that get any viewers. I really can't. I'm so sorry. I still am perplexed. I don't know what it is, but it just kind of, maybe it's just boring stuff. Or maybe it's only for smart people. Maybe that's what it is. And there just aren't as many smart people as there are dumb people. So there's obviously going to be more viewers for dumb shit than there is. No, just kidding. That's right. That's right. That's right. Okay, let me just make sure there's nothing happening. I don't think there is. I can't, it always strikes me so odd when Congress people, maybe it's only the last year or so where we've been watching more and more weekly congressional hearings and stuff like that, but they have the most amount of time off. Yeah, that's true, Tom. A lot. The people have I don't know. Yeah, the mixing of politics was law with loophole. Yeah, persecution. It's so weird. I don't know. Anyway, I don't know where I was going with that, but okay. I just wanted to see if there was anything big happening. Do. Oh wait, let me go to my wake and bake. My wake and bake list. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, you know what else I pulled up? Wait, can we let's close the loop on the electoral thing. I have two pieces. One is the part 1 of that electoral college system. Do you guys want to listen to that? I guess I shouldn't just we should just do it. Let me just make sure there's nothing. No, we watched that. Okay, good. Oh, there's that too. God, there's so many good things. I've got something best of an Ann Nelson on the Right Wing Shadow Network. I've got a 40-minute interview with her. All right, I'm going to start with this. Okay, this is part 1 of the Electoral College piece that we started watching yesterday in hold on. It's only 13 minutes. It's not very long, but it might be good, and I can roll a joint during that time. That would be great. I would really appreciate that. Also, LB's 2018 thread. Oh, here we go. Okay. Let me pull that up. Hold on. I can do it. Hey, what? That's not what I'm having. What? Oh, I see. What is this? Oh, that I want to read this too. Okay. There we go. The problem with social media, they should tell them. I know. You're right. You're right. Okay, hold on. Oof. Oh no, that's Twitter. Twitter. It's Twitter's. Twitter. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. I'm gonna try that. Maybe. Oh, it worked. Okay. It worked. All right. Oops. There we go. Oh no, I got it. I got it, babe. I got it, babes. Bubs. Habubs, I got it. Habubs. Habubs, I got it. Oh, okay. 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 Okay, well that's good enough. Okay. Here we go. LB, Stephanie, beautiful Stephanie. Love her so much. Shout out. Shout out to the 5-8. Every Friday, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. Get it? The 5-8. And then they do 8 minutes on 5 different stories of the week. It's a very good show, the 5-8. I have it linked on my subscriptions page. If you go to my page on YouTube, if you scroll down, there's a bunch of recommended channels by topic, and the 5-8 is there. So link to them there. Wasn't a big problem with it. Yeah. I know, right? Weird, huh, Tom? So weird. Okay. Stephanie says in June 15th, 2018. Oh, we're going in the Wayback Machine today, kiddos. So way back. When I called Dodard, which is Trumpy, a mobster, I'm not being cute or provocative or jumping on MSN's sudden embrace of what they've always known and obfuscated. I know they, yes, she's very good. No, I'm bringing you the truth. Donald Trump was born into a front organization of the Genovese crime family. He was theirs from birth. Until Simeon Mogilevich leveraged him into a massive debt and took the Trump org from the Genovese when he rolled up all their assets. Oh, wait, what is this? I wonder if I can play that. We'll come back to that. Let's see. Brave Protectors. You know who really needs the FBI dismantled? The mob. Here's Article 1. Excuse me. Arrest of Russian mobsters day after election. Note this Bratva took over La Cosa Nostra in the 90s. Feds arrest member of a Brooklyn-based Russian criminal enterprise. That article is a drop in the bucket. Grasp the big picture. You have to know history. In Russia, after the fall of the Soviet Union, that same Bratva, Russian for mob family, corrupted the FSB, Russia's FBI. Oh, requesting leave to file version of the appendix redacted differently. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Put Putin in as FSB head to finish the job and then put him in office as president. So I'm going to read that again. In Russia, after the fall of the Soviet Union, the Bratva, which is in Russian is mob, Bratva, corrupted the FSB, which is the FBI over in Russia, and put Putin in as the head of the FSB to finish the job. And then they made him president. Let's see. Semyon at video. This video is the head of that same Bratva at the time was and is Semyon Mogil. I don't know why. Mogilevich. Here's Semyon at Putin's campaign in 2000. You'll see him turn to the camera at 1:15. I'm kind of curious about this.
Глеб, отключили работу. А Абрамов говорит, уже 50.
Ну это, ну что, твои данные.
Это классно.
Тяжелый. Тебя.
Oh, wait, was that him? No, that's not him. Wait, let's go to that.
Завтра в 10 часов у нас будет совещание с заместителем председателя правительства. Потому что у нас огромная страна с многомиллионным населением.
That's Semyon right there. Let's go back. Go back a few minutes. Go back a few seconds. Let's see. There he is. There's Semyon Mogilevich. That's right. That's him. He's a big, bold guy. Big, bold guy who is very mean, I'm sure. I have a feeling he's a very mean dude. I'm just thinking. I've used the Jeff of Edwards says his hand when resident cutting the cables that allow foreign adversaries. You know, and the thing about it is that it's just being smart, right? In the 90s, Semyon sent men to the U.S., first to Brighton Beach, and then spread south to Florida. Russian mob had hooks into La Cosa Nostra and their businessmen fronts. But it was Semyon who rolled them and took over U.S. mafia operations. Mafia needs businessmen to launder their dirty money. Trump Enterprises has a long history of laundering money for the mafia. Donald, his company, and assets are assets that Semyon took when he rolled over U.S. mafia. Watch. What? Now I want to see, how long is this? Oh, this is only 3 minutes. back home. Though no specific mob group was cited in relation to Donald Trump's mafia connections, his gross exaggeration of revenue and dubious means of raising capital funds were enough to deny him an Australian casino license. Oh, wait. I want to read that too. Oh, hey, that's my buddy. Oh my God, what's going on? Did I miss this? Wait, how'd you jump ahead so far? Did I do something wrong? Okay, sorry. I'm going to stop. Junk bond financing from Drexel, Burnham, Lambert, and Michael Milken, connection to U.S. Mafia. Protection of income was grossly overestimated and couldn't afford the high interest payments to Mafia bosses. Bankruptcy is the solution around the financial obligations. Taj Mahal, Trump Plaza, and Trump Castle bankruptcy. Vyacheslav Ivankov, Semyon's top lieutenant, sets up Russian mob takeover from Trump Tower. Ivankov moves from Russia to Trump Tower, uses Trump Organization offices for faxes, hides from feds in Taj Mahal. Oh, look, he's got the Russian stars. He's a real Eastern Front kind of guy. Biff's Pleasure Palace. Hi, Jonathan. How are you? Welcome back. Trump Hotels and Casino Resorts buys the Taj Mahal and Trump Castle. Trump travels to Moscow to discuss Moskva and Russia hotels through hotels renovations. That's spelled wrong. Trump applied for a trademark in Russia. By this point, Russia is a mafia state, which is true. I was in Russia in 1998 and 1984, and I can tell you, I definitely got the inside scoop on the fact that Moscow was completely mob run at that point. So it was a very well-known common thing. Okay, that's my buddy Felix Sater. That's the guy that I spoofed on Spaces. You should look it up. It's really good. Maybe I'll find that and resurrect it. It's a good one. I accused him of being the father of my unborn child. Oligarchs, mafia, panic. Oh, sorry. There's too many names. Sales begin for Trump World Tower near New Jersey. Trump settles with U.S. government over anti-money laundering law violations. See, we had chances to get him. Trump World Tower construction completed. Kislin, Sunny, not that love. Sunny Isles Beach. Sunny Isles, where all the anchor babies are born. Trump World Tower. Oh, I see they're giving the mob involvement in each of these buildings. Ooh, Felix Sater. There he is again. Bayrock Group. Well, here you go. Good morning. Soho Hotel. I'll link this in the thing. This is good. I think Lev had that picture in his thing, didn't he? Construction starts on the Trump Ocean Club. This is all money laundering. He's just a big money launderer. He's just a huge money launderer, you guys. Oh my God. Wow. This is crazy. Agalarov. There's Agalarov. That and his son. Emin Agalarov was married to Leila Aliyeva, daughter of Azerbaijan's president, Ilham Aliyev. Trump's partners in Baku were the Mammadov family, who were members of Aliyev's government. Azerbaijan. They're all scumbags. Well, this is really good. That is really good. Oops, sorry. I didn't mean to play it again. I think that's very good. I don't know who did that. Sit Journo. I'm not sure what that is, but I'll link that. Okay, I'm going down a rabbit hole, and I want to make sure I don't go too far down it. Uh-oh. Grok described my Twitter account. Uh-oh. That's bad. Here we go. I want to read. This is funny. This makes me laugh. Okay. Based on information, this is Grok about me. Based on the information available up to October 18th, the account Lolo132511797 appears to be involved in participating in X Spaces, which are audio sessions where people can discuss various topics live. Here's a descriptive overview. Activity. Lolo is active in creating thematic audio spaces like Spaced Out Space with Lolo and Friends and Lolo's Lounge. Computers are stupid. These spaces suggest an interest in casual, possibly humorous or lighthearted discussions, though the exact content of these discussions isn't detailed. Oh, I want to see yours. The theme of these spaces hinted a mix of tech-related humor, computers are stupid, and perhaps more relaxed conversational settings, spaced out space. This indicates Lolo might engage in topics ranging from technology to more abstract or entertaining discussions. Although specific engagement numbers aren't provided because they're so low, the creation of these spaces suggests she enjoys interacting with an audience, possibly building a community around shared interests or casual conversation. I know, jerks. Network. From the interactions mentioned, Lolo collaborates or at least interacts with other users like Lev Parnas, Snowden Bishop, NoFash OSINT. What? Indicating a network where political discussions or awareness might also be a part of their content or interest, given the reference to Michael Flynn and the MAGA cult. Oh my God. Personality. Oh, fuck yeah. Here we go. This is it. Choice of space names and the informal nature of hosting indicates Lolo might have a playful or laid-back approach to social media interaction. Perhaps using humor or satire in their discussions. Maybe. I don't know. In summary, she seems to be an individual who leverages spaces for creating community engagement through themed audio discussions, potentially mixing That's the worst review ever. Potentially mixing humor and more serious topics like technology and politics, all wrapped up in a casual conversational style. This account might appeal to users looking for a mix of entertainment, tech talk. Yes, we're big on the tech talk, and perhaps some political commentary. All delivered through the interactive medium of live audio spaces. Well, that's just very fascinating. It's potentially funny. I don't know. It's not, and they're not wrong, darlings. They're not wrong at all. I don't always hit the mark. Here we go. How would you describe 5GW? Well, based on the information, your account, let's see. Your account appears to be focused on providing commentary, analysis, and news related to fifth-generation warfare, which involves non-kinetic military actions like misinformation, social engineering, and cyber attacks, as well as broader political and social dynamics. Here's how your account might be described. Content focus. Your post, often labeled with #vote, suggest a daily dissemination of information aimed at pro-democracy actions and insights. Well, yours is better. This indicates an interest in or advocacy for democratic processes, possibly in the context of combating or understanding fifth-generation warfare tactics, which might undermine it. Well, you sound like really a fucking hero. I'm potentially funny. The mention of providing a daily dose of pro-democracy news for action and insight alongside hashtags like vote implies a proactive, possibly activist stance, encouraging engagement and action from followers. The content might be critical of actions or policies seen as threats to democracy, yes, often with a call to stay informed. That's right. You sound so cool. Let's see. While striving for objectivity in describing your account, there's an evident concern with themes that could be interpreted as anti-establishment or critical of current political narratives, especially those involving misinformation or manipulation of public perception. This might align with either left or right political criticisms, depending on the specific issues addressed, but your focus seems more on the mechanics of power and control rather than that is actually really accurate. That's really accurate. It's really accurate. Given the nature of your points, your account might be seen as a thought leader or an informational hub for those interested in how information warfare, cyber operations, and political manipulation intersect with democratic processes. Your followers might range from concerned citizens, activists, to those with professional interest in defense, intelligence, or cybersecurity. Well, you sound really smart. I am potentially funny. There's an acknowledgement of dealing in with controversial topics as seen in comments about groups spending time on cruelty and misplaced anger. Suggesting your account might not shy away from addressing contentious issues. Your use of X, oh my God. Your use of X for these insights indicates leveraging real-time information and dissemination, possibly to highlight the immediacy of threats to democracy or to mobilize quick responses or awareness campaigns. Your account, your account could be described as a vigilant watchdog over democratic processes, using the lens of fifth-generation warfare to analyze and critique contemporary political and social landscapes, encouraging active participation in safeguarding democracy against modern forms of warfare that target information, perception, and societal cohesion. That's a great, great description, actually. I need to see what J. Rance's is. Sorry, everyone. I just have to see this. Did J. Rance approve of this? J. Rance appears to be an active user on X, sharing a mix of content that reflects personal interests, current events, and social commentary. Here's a breakdown. J. Rance shares personal experiences like surviving a hurricane. That's it. Put it on your resume. You don't need resumes, kids. Just do your grok. The hurricane post indicates a willingness to share intense personal experiences, possibly for connection to inform followers about personal safety or survival tips. There's an engagement with political figures or topics, like commenting on General Flynn's activities or retweets, which indicates an interest in or opinion on political matters. This shows a willingness to voice political views or critiques, which might suggest J. Rance follows or is involved in a political discussion. She's our prepper. Supports causes for individuals. The mention of supporting Tizzy Ent for presenting facts implies that J. Rance values factual representation or advocacy in social issues, possibly aligning with activism or support for truth in reporting. J. Rance, you and I are just possibly everything. Gal is like 100%. Here we go. Sharing music or humorous content like the thank you bomb clown post indicates J. Rance enjoys and shares entertainment content, possibly aiming to entertain or connect with followers through shared cultural references. This account interacts with other users, like thanking that cat, Teresa, for content, or suggesting to send totes toasties to Kirabelle to Granny, showing a community-oriented approach where interactions are not just one-sided, but involve give and take within the X community. The use of emojis and laughter in responses suggests a lighthearted approach to communication, possibly using humor as a way to engage or diffuse tension in conversations. Welcome aboard. Overall, Jay Rance could be described as an engaged, interactive, and somewhat politically aware. Who mixes personal life insights with broader social commentary. It is pretty good. Doesn't grok you, I guess. It's a tough audience, okay? You have to be really funny to get like the big support of grok. However, this account seems to value community interaction, truth in media, and enjoys sharing both serious and lighthearted content with followers. However, without more context or direct engagement, the exact nature of Jay Rance's beliefs, daily life, or deeper motivations remains speculative based solely on these posts. Oh, this is literally, they just pick up like 6 tweets and then they decide what you are. That's amazing. I hope they pick. This person goes by Tina. I love these. That's great. She is our Shiro. She's our glue gun warrior. The Bobs are giving you a promotion. Oh my God. Should I not do this like live? Here we go. This is Tina. How would you describe Tina? The user behind TRC. Is that like fuckwit? I don't know what that is. I never knew what Tina's handle meant. I never did get all that information. The user behind identifies themselves as Tina. She describes herself as a wife, a mother, an expert typoist, and the weak link. She always describes herself as the weak link. She's not. It's an inside joke. Her interests, as per her Mastodon profile, include political activism indicated by hashtags like Biden-Harris, BLM, and resist fascism, arts, and personal conditions. Tina appears to be politically active, especially within the Democratic Party sphere. Posts suggest she engages with current political events, often expressing support for Democratic figures or policies. Let's see. She uses the platform for political commentary. Her interactions include calls for political action like volunteering for phone banking or text campaigns, particularly urging action in red states. This could indicate she sees herself as a part of a community of activists and politically engaged in individuals. I know, her Mastodon profile. Why did they name it after an extinct animal? I'm sorry. Her post range, okay. Sharing news, sometimes with caution about linking due to platform restrictions to more casual or humorous observations. She's aware and sometimes interacts with platform limitations or features, like mentioning issues with linking content. So she complains. It's a bit of a whiner. A typoist. That's true. She does say that. Someone who makes a lot of typos because she types fast. Yeah. Let's see. Given her interest in various forms combined with her use of social media, she likely integrates technology and social, and she really does. She really does. She really does. Let's see. Her account seems to serve as both a personal expression space and I don't really get much personal expression. I mean, she's pretty business, you know? She's funny, but she's pretty business. But whatever. With a clear Democratic Party alignment in U.S. politics, her posts reflect a blend of personal life, political commentary, and interaction with a community of like-minded individuals. That's right, bitches. That's right. You can grok yourself. She is a queen. I love Tina so much. Tina is like, she just puts her head down, and no matter what's going on in her life, she just does the work. She doesn't talk about it. She just does it. In fact, I wish she would share more of her struggles with us, because then I would like to help her. Not that she's struggling, but you know what I mean. Good morning, Teresa. We were just talking about you. You got a shout out in somebody's. I can't remember whose grok you got a shout out in, but you did. Let's see. Let's see. What else? What else? What else? I have a bunch of stuff. Okay, I want to read this article that I got from Gal, I believe. Oops. Oh, shit. That's not it. The hell is that? Okay. This article. Let me make it bigger. Oh, the Trump stuff's almost here? Oh, oh God, Jim's. I got to do this. I got to see Jim's. Kyle Cheney. Wait, let me just check this. Okay. It's a lot of pages. Still unclear how much is redacted or already publicly available. Ooh, it is a lot of pages. Oh my God. It's 1,000 pages. October surprise. I mean, this isn't really a surprise, right? This seems like it could be voluminous, though. It's unclear how much is redacted. Has just ordered, docketed, public, should go live any moment. Fuck yeah. Oh, she did? Where? Where are they? Hold on, let me do this. Chuck in. Okay, come on now, bitch. Come on, bitch. Grant Special Counsel Jack Smith's motion. We should soon see Hugo Lowell. Can't speak. Hold on, let me do this. Here we go. Judge Chutkin grants special counsel Jack Smith's motion to file a redacted version for his recent blah. We should see public versions of Volume 1, Volume 2, and Volume 3, and Volume 4. Where are they? Where are they? Oh, God. Fuck the January 6ers. Fuck the January 6ers. We really should have not paid as much attention to them as we should have to the planners. We got bamboozled. We let ourselves be distracted by the shiny object. And then now we're here. Now we're here. Now we're here. And we didn't even get all the shiny objects. We only got some of them. Ridiculous. Makes me mad. Roger Parloff. Okay, well, we'll come back to that. We'll come back. We'll do a document watch. I'll blame Liz Cheney for that forever. Yeah. But Pacer can't handle the volume. Oh, okay. Oh, not going after the planners. Yeah, I agree. I agree. And we do need a separate special counsel for the planners. You know, like that should be it. Let me see if there's anything going on YouTube about the documents, because we could probably listen in on someone else's analysis of it. I'm telling you, the idiots that are weighing in on this election, if you... I wish there was a way to shut down YouTube channels just because they're so goddamn fucking stupid. Can we do that? Can we just get rid of the people who are so goddamn fucking stupid and just wasting energy? Yeah, I guess it's early for that. I meant just like maybe someone doing it. Idiots abound. Oh my God. It's mind-blowing. It's mind-blowing to me. But that's okay. All right, well, let me see if I can find something else. Hold on. Hold on to your love. Hold on to your lovey love. Nope, it's all a bunch of dumb people. La la la. Oh my God. Oh my God. I don't subscribe to any of these people and they're coming up on my feed. What is going on? How do you tell YouTube, do not show me these idiots? How do you do that? I would love to know. Like, I try to unsubscribe. I try to tell them I'm not interested. All the stuff. All the stuff. Okay, let me see here. Chutkin. It's Chutkin time. Okay, you're clearly not going to do anything. That. Oh my God, I think I went through everything I was supposed to go through today. Oh my God. I'm actually excited about that because I really wanted to get through some of the stuff I had listed. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Gal, you're the best producer anyone could ever ask for. Can I tell you? Ooh. I don't want to do that. Just unlock the article. Hold on. Yeah, don't recommend channel. I know, I try to do that. I said not interested. Hide this, whatever. I fucking get it all the time. All right, hold on. We get to read this New Yorker piece. Oh, there's no substance, Tom. It's not just about clicks and views. There's literally nothing happening on the fucking screen. Yes, I review accident views. I also review this is my last will and testament. I remove those videos too. I'm like, I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I don't. Susan Glasser, another book writer. I saw the bus driver stopped running because one was punched and another spit on. What? Some maggots in the building get to hear me and two other white people ponder aloud about how they are still following him. He abandoned them in the desert at night. That's right. Idiots. Boy, I don't know about your GUI interface, New Yorker, but it's not great. Okay, here we go. While we wait for Chutkin. Actually, let me do this while hold on. Let me just try something. I'm doing something here. Wait, what do I have? I guess I don't really have live television anymore. Hold on. CHP may have stopped them. Tom, my understanding is bus drivers. I heard a bunch of different stories about those buses in the desert, so I don't know what's true. But I did hear a bunch of fucking things. And I don't really know. I wonder. Oh, this is probably not. Hold on. Quiet. Oh my God. Sorry.
Let's get real.
I know,
It's
lots
hard
of
to live up to
conspiracy
that
theories.
mug.
These are ads. I'm
Like
sorry.
that time you forgot the diaper bag. But with a little help from the
Wait, how can you not? Okay, there you go. I'm just seeing if there's anything on live news about the release. No, that's about Gaza. Is not the news story I was going to look for. Sorry. Stay with me. Don't leave 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 me. Wow. Literally nobody talking about it yet. Feelings. Maggots in their feelings. Wait, I have the words. Here we go. Feelings. Nothing more than feelings. Feelings but not data. That kills the vibe. I can't wait to. I really am. I know I haven't built that goddamn. I have the corner right here where I'm going to put my recording thing, and then I can turn around the cameras and the thing, and we can literally record in the booth together. I'm so excited. It just keeps getting pushed away by other chores. I'm really tired of it. Okay. I'm going to read this until we get any more news because I can't find anything on the goddamn diddly boop boop. Diddly boop boop boop. So let's. Okay. Perfect. Okay. I know. The New Yorker has the worst GUI interface I've ever. Chores are a scam and they're not real. Like birds. They're not real. Okay. This is Susan Glasser from Today, How Republican Billionaires Learn to Love Trump Again. The former president has been fighting to win back his wealthiest donors while actively courting new ones. What do they expect to get in return? In February, billionaire investor Nelson Peltz convened 24 of the country's wealthiest Republicans for a dinner at Montserrat, his $300 million oceanfront estate in Palm Beach, just down the road from Mar-a-Lago. During the 2020 campaign, Peltz had hosted a lavish fundraiser for Donald Trump at the mansion, which took in $10 million. Update, just went through Volume 4. Letter, very little unredacted, and the stuff that is has already been public. It's a collection of documents gathered by the January 6th committee. Peter Navarro's Hatch Act report and video. Sorry. Kyle Cheney. Kyle Cheney, one of the hardest working people on the internet. Whoops. Here we go. Oops. Oh, man. God damn it. Okay. Update. Just went through Volume 4. Very little unredacted and the stuff that is. Okay. Da-da-da-da-da. Link. Kyle. Come on. Outspoken says. Come on now. Link us up. All right. We're going to keep a weather eye on him. What do I do with this? Is this it? Oh, okay. Here we go. Burp, burp. Burp, burp, burp. Oh. Everybody okay? No? Are you gonna barf? Are you gonna barf on the bed? Are you gonna barf on the bed? Are you? Are you barfing on the bed? My cat's making a big noise. Let's put the cat cam on so you can see the cat coughing up. This poor cat. I think he's got like hairballs kind of thing. Oh, where is it? He needs fur ball. Yeah, that goop, right? What is that called? What's that stuff called? Where is it? Oh, there it is. Well, you can kind of see the little blob. Wait, you can't see him yet. There, you can see the little blob on the bed. Are you okay? Are you okay? It's a baby? Are you okay? He's like, do not talk to me. I know. What is it called? Like, I used to give it to my cats a long time ago. That's something you put on their nose and then they lick it off. Yeah, I'm going to get some of that. It worked. I know it worked. I don't know how. I hope it's okay for them. I suppose it is. Okay. Anyway, let's read about billionaires. Lee! Okay. I don't have anything good for you, Lee, although they did just drop the documents, the cache of documents. But apparently very little is everything is redacted, and what isn't redacted is stuff we already knew. That's what Kyle Cheney says so far. So we're keeping an eye on it. I hate meetings with any boss. I agree. Tell me something good. Oh. Tell me. Tell me that you love me. Yeah. Dum. Tell me something good. Oh. Tell me. Tell me that you like it. Yeah. I want to see what this is. Capital Hunters, welcome to the show. Here we go. Here's a link to one of the appendices filed by Jack Smith. It should be supporting material to what he's already made public. Bleeda blah blue, bleeda blah blue. it's 384 pages. No. Oh, man. Come on. Oh, come on. Come on, mister. We just want to see what it is. Come on, mister. Sealed. This is a January 6th scenario. 7 states have transmitted. I think this is one of the memos. Welcome back, Lee. Not surprised about the redactions. Hope there are a few good nuggets. Yeah, I hope so too. It's fine. I just want the case to go forward, okay? That's what I want. Let the jury hear it. Let the bodies hit the floor. That's what I'm saying. This is a memo. Apparently, 7 states have transmitted dual slates of electors to the President of the Senate. The 12th Amendment merely provides that the President of the Senate shall, in the presence of the Senate and the House of Representatives, open all the certificates, and the votes shall then be counted. The Electoral Count Act, which is likely unconstitutional, provides if more than one return or paper purporting to be a return from a state shall have been received by the President of the Senate, those votes, and those only, shall be counted, which shall have been regularly given by the electors who are shown by the determination mentioned in Section 5 of this title to have been appointed, if the determination in said section provided for shall have been made. Okay. Or by such successors or substitutes in case of a vacancy or the Board of Electors so ascertained as have been appointed to fill such vacancy in the mode provided by the laws of the state. But in case there shall arise the question of which of 2 or more of such state authorities determining what electors have been appointed as mentioned in Section 5 is the lawful tribunal of such state, the votes regularly given of those electors and those only of such state shall be counted, whose title as electors the 2 houses acting separately shall concurrently decide is supported by the decision. This is the stupidest written thing I've ever fucking read. What the fuck? What the fuck? Is there not a better way to say this? I mean, for real. For real. I can't. You know, this is why we can't have nice things. Because people write shit like this. Okay, I don't even know. I'm not even going to read that. I don't fucking know what the fuck that means. So here's the scenario we propose. Vice President Pence presiding over the joint session for Senate Pro Tem Grassley, if Pence recuses himself, begins to open and count the ballots, starting with Alabama without conceding that procedure or specified by the ECA is required. When he gets to Arizona, he announces that he has multiple slates of electors and so is going to defer decision on that until finishing the other states. At the end, he announces that because of the disputes in the 7 states, there are no electors that can be deemed validly appointed in those states. That means the total number of electors appointed, the language of the 12th Amendment, is 454. This reading of the 12th Amendment has also been advanced by Harvard Law professor Lawrence Tribe, which Lawrence Tribe denounced. That is, he said, that's not what I meant, you idiot. A majority of the electors appointed would therefore be 228. There are, at this point, 232 votes for Trump, 222 votes for Biden. Pence then gavels. President Trump is reelected. So this was the game, guys. It wasn't send it back to the states. It wasn't this. It wasn't, oh, we're just questioning. It was a way to disenfranchise voters from certain states by claiming their elections were invalid. This was a design and a conspiracy that tried to fucking stop the peaceful transfer of power. Period. So done. Why are we even here? Why are we even why are we even having a conversation about Harris or Trump? Why is that even how fucking stupid do you have to be? How fucking incredibly stupid do you have to be to think that there is a choice within this election. How incredibly fucking stupid. God. Howells, of course, from the Democrats, who now claim, contrary to Tribe's prior position, that 270 is required. So Pence says, fine. Pursuant to the 12th Amendment, no candidate has achieved the necessary majority. That sends the matter to the House, where the votes shall be taken by the states, the representatives from each state having one vote. So it was going to go to a contested, not contested, but what is that? Conference of States or whatever. Yeah, everybody knew, Carla. God. Republicans currently control 26 of the state delegations. The bare majority needed to win that vote. President Trump is reelected there as well. Do you see? For those of you who doubt and think somehow that I'm an echo chamber or something like that, do you not see the stuff that I read? Do you not see that? Do you not hear this? You think I'm an echo chamber? Because I go to the original documents and see what people have actually done? Is that an echo chamber? I don't think that's an echo chamber. I think that's a fact-based inquiry. If anything, I think the people calling me an echo chamber are echo chambers in and of themselves. And they're just too stupid to know it. They can't, that's the thing about especially men. They can't beat me on my brain, so they just fucking scream that I'm whatever. Well, Grok didn't. Unless that's potentially funny. Potentially. Which, is not inaccurate. So I guess I can't really claim that. All right, anyway. One last piece. Assuming the Electoral Count Act process is followed, and upon getting the objections to the Arizona slates, the two houses break into their separate chambers, we should not allow the Electoral Count Act constraint on debate to control. That would mean that a prior legislature was determining the rules of the present one, a constitutional no-no. So someone, Ted Cruz, Rand Paul, etc., should demand normal rules, which includes the filibuster. That creates a stalemate that would give the state legislatures more time to weigh in to formally support the alternate slate of electors if they had not already done so. The main thing here is that Pence should do this without asking for permission, either from a vote of the joint session or from the court. Let the other side challenge his actions in court, where again, Tribe and others claims that these are non-justiciable political questions should be raised to get those actions dismissed. The fact is that the Constitution assigns this power to the vice president as the ultimate arbiter, which it doesn't. We should take all of our actions with that in mind. Chuck Grassley. Yes, Chuck Grassley did say that Pence wouldn't be there, so Grassley was in on it. It's too bad. I can't tell who wrote. Does anybody remember or this memo, like who wrote this one? Was this an Eastman memo or was this somebody else's memo? I know. I love random little weird stuff. Okay. Yeah, I just, I really don't, I get it, and I get it a lot. I get it a lot. I'm just convinced people, Chapman, is that? Chapman University? Okay, it's the same document. Well, this is the same document over and over again. Or are these the three versions of it? Okay, no, it's all the same thing. Weird bunch, yeah, I know. We are a weird bunch. We are. Mamas, don't let your babies grow up to be cowboys. Let them be doctors and lawyers and such. Mamas, don't let your babies grow up to be cowboys. Wow, this is just a big load of redacto. Redacto! Is this the same memo again? Oh, wait. Mamas, don't let your baby... Sealed, 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 sealed. Can you just take me to a page that has something? Oh. Wow, this is really hard. No, it's not that hard. It's just like, it's hard to find the pages that have shit on them. It's like I passed it, but I don't know. Oh, here we go. Why don't I do this? Sealed, sealed, we're sealed, we're sealed. Oh, I guess I didn't miss anything. I'm just going to jump. I'm just going to jump around. Jump around. Jump, jump, jump up and get down. Jump, jump, jump. Everybody jump, jump, jump. Everybody jump. This is fun, isn't it? Veterans, people with a healthy distrust of government. True. True that. Well, this is really ridiculous. Well, this is all. Oh, see, I can't. Where are you? I just saw you. Where are you? Oh. I just saw you. Stop doing this to me. Stop doing this to me. Mamas, don't let... This is a lot of sealed stuff. And seal it with a kiss. Oh, here we go. Donald Trump. Okay, this is a press office to Donald Trump at someone at donaldtrump.com. Wednesday, January 6, 2021, 13:56. So 1:56 in the afternoon. Imagine that's Eastern time. January 5th, statement from Donald Trump. Quote, the New York Times report regarding comments Vice President Pence supposedly made to me today is fake news. He never said that. The Vice President and I are in total agreement and that the Vice President has the power to act. The November 3rd election was corrupt and in contested states, and in particular, it was not in accordance with the Constitution, in that they made large-scale changes to election rules and regulations as dictated by local judges and politicians, not by state legislators. This means that it was illegal. This is their whole fucking answer. Their whole fucking answer is this. Our vice president has several options under the Constitution. He can decertify the results or send them back to the states for change and certification. He can also decertify the illegal and corrupt results and send them back. So listen, I just, this Overton window of challenging an election and acting like, oh, Democrats do it all the time. No Democrat ever went through this amount of machinations to stay in power. Zero. I don't even know where we are anymore. I don't know why this is not a bigger news. I don't understand. I mean, it's big news, and I get that, but why is there even a choice? Why is anyone making the argument against Kamala Harris right now? And I'm not a Harris stan. It's not it. It's the policies and the fact that you have a complete disaster. You basically have Dollar General Mussolini as the other candidate. My fucking God, what's wrong with you people? What is wrong with you people? It's the idiocracy, Oren. It's not democracy, it's idiocracy. God. So this is a text on January 6th at 10 in the morning. We need to get a document on the Wisconsin electors to you for the VP immediately. Is there a staff person I can talk to immediately? Well, that was probably to Mark Short, who is Mike Pence's chief of staff. I'm imagining. So open your fucking mouth, Mark. I know you did for J6. I just need more. I need more. What is this? These are texts. Meet someone, my new chief of staff. This is all on January 6th in the morning. Thank you. We have been informed the VP cannot accept any unsealed mail, and I cannot hand it to him. At a minimum, you could read it into record. I am told he should have a sealed copy as well, but folks could not confirm it. So, do you remember the argument that the fake electors were making Yeah, I think so. Do you remember the argument the fake electors were making that no blood, no foul, that defense? So there is so much evidence against that defense. They knew what they were doing was illegal. They knew what they were doing was wrong. I did bug your house. I can't. They were actively trying to undermine the electoral count, period. To make it, they called them fake electors, right? They, oh, okay. I'm going to stop now. Well, okay, so we don't have a lot, but that's fine, that's understandable. Let me see if I can get through these thousands of pages. No, this is only 384 pages. Oh, it's poetry. Here we go. POTUS. It must be his speech. I'm honored to stand before tens of thousands of devoted American patriots who are committed to the honesty of our elections and the integrity of our glorious republic. All of us here today do not want to see our election victory stolen by emboldened radical left Democrats. Well, it wasn't. Yeah, beat poetry. Our country has had enough and will not take it anymore. Together, we will stop the steal. Today, I will lay out just some of the evidence proving that we won the election, and we won it by a landslide. Almost 75 million people voted for our campaign, the most of any incumbent president. No, I don't really care. Okay, what's this? This is the Office of the Vice President, January 6th. Dear colleague, today, for the 59th time in our nation's history, Congress will convene in joint session to count the electoral votes stolen. Stolen. For the President of the United States, under our Constitution, it will be my duty as Vice President and as President of the Senate to serve as the presiding officer. That's right. Mama, don't let your babies grow up to be chuds. We know they're not smart enough to be lawyers and doctors, but you could at least, I don't know. Our founders created the Electoral College in 1787, and it first convened in 1789 with the advent of political parties. The Electoral College was amended in 1804 to provide the electors vote separately for president and vice president following a contentious election in 1876 with widespread allegations of fraud and malfeasance. Congress spent a decade establishing rules and procedures to govern the counting of electoral votes and the resolution of any objections. During the 130 years since the Electoral Count Act was passed, Congress has, without exception, used these formal procedures to count the electoral votes from every 4 years. Given the controversy surrounding this year's election, some approach this year's quadrennial tradition with great expectation, and others with dismissive disdain. Some believe that as Vice President, I should be able to accept or reject electoral votes unilaterally. Others believe that electoral votes should never be challenged in a joint session of Congress. After a careful study of our Constitution, our laws, and our history, I believe neither view is correct. The President is the Chief Executive Officer of the federal government and, under our Constitution, possessing immense power to impact the lives of the American people. The presidency belongs to the American people and to them alone. When disputes concerning a presidential election arise under federal law, it is the people's representatives who review the evidence and resolve disputes through a democratic process. Our founders were deeply skeptical of concentrations of power and created a republic based on separation of powers and checks and balances under the Constitution of the United States. Vesting the vice president with unilateral authority to decide presidential contests would be entirely antithetical to that design. As a student of history who loves the Constitution and reveres its founders or framers, I do not believe that the founders of our country intended to invest the vice president with unilateral authority to decide which electoral votes should be counted during the joint session of Congress, and no vice president in American history has ever asserted such authority. Instead, vice presidents presiding over joint sessions have uniformly followed the Electoral Count Act, conducting the proceedings in an orderly manner, even where the count resulted in the defeat of their party or their own candidacy. As the Supreme Court Justice Joseph Bradley wrote following the contentious election of 1876, the powers of the President of the Senate are merely ministerial. He is not invested with any authority for making any investigation outside of the joint meeting of the two houses. If any examination at all is to be gone into, or any judgment exercised in relation to the votes received, it must be performed and exercised by the two houses. More recently, as the former U.S. Court of Appeals Judge Michael Luttig observed, the only responsibility and power of the vice president under the Constitution is to faithfully count the Electoral College votes as they have been cast. Adding, the Constitution does not empower the vice president to alter in any way the votes that have been cast, either by rejecting certain votes or otherwise. It's my considered judgment that my oath to support and defend the Constitution constrains me from claiming unilateral authority to determine which electoral votes should be counted and which should not. While my role as presiding officer is largely ceremonial, the role of Congress is much different, and the Electoral Count of 1887 establishes a clear procedure to address election controversies when they arise during the count of the vote of the Electoral College. Given the voting irregularities that took place in our November elections and the disregard of state election statutes by some officials, I welcome the efforts of Senate and House members who have stepped forward to use their authority under the law to raise objections and present evidence. As presiding officer, I will ensure that any objections that are sponsored by both a representative and senator are given proper consideration, and that all facts supporting those objections are brought before the Congress and the American people. Those who suggest that raising objections under the ECA is improper and undemocratic ignore more than 130 years. Okay, blind. Today it will be my duty. Duty is ours. Results are God's. Oh, John Quincy Adams said that. Michael Pence. Okay, yeah, great. Okay, that's great. I should walk my dog. Let me see if I've got something that I can play for you while I walk said dog. Hold on. Where? What? Oh, there it is. Me. Hold on. Let me see if I can find. Hold on, puppy. Hold on to your bladder. You've got to hold on. Hold on to your bladder. My God, it's literally nothing. Nope. Okay, I love you so much. Hold on just a second. I love you. Hold on. Mommy's coming. Hold on, darling. Wow. Wow, everything's this afternoon. Nothing is right now. Well, I'm going to put some music on. I might lose some of you, but I totally understand. I'll be right back. I'm going to walk my little baby doggy so he doesn't have to hold his potty anymore. No one should have to do that. All right, here we go. Oh, here we go. There we go.
I'll say wind advisory is bad. It's bad out there. Hi, Easily. How are you? I know I usually wake up at 5:30. Today I woke up at 6 a.m. And I still felt like I'm late. What? North winds up to 20 to 30 with gusts of 55. The strongest and most widespread are expected today, with the winds not as strong and less coverage late this afternoon. Damn. Oh, man. I know. It's true. There is always something to do. God, I think maybe this is the problem. Maybe those interact with the wires. Dry weather always means less arthritis pain. Yeah. But it's interesting that I just think it's going to be terrible with allergies and shit. Here we go. Oh, well, here. Let's do this. This is nice. Oh, empty wheel. We're so lucky you exist. I'm going to tell you right now. We're so lucky. There are some accounts that are just so great. Like Gal, like J Rance, like Tina, like Clayberg, like Jim. But also, people like Empty Wheel and Lisa Rubin and gosh, there's just a bunch of good people. That's why it's hard to leave Twitter, because you do get a lot of newsy type stuff from Twitter, so it's really hard. All the allergy meds are out. LOL. Skipping prednisone. Yeah, seriously. I do love Empty Wheel. She's great. Marcy's great. So here we go. It's true that everything or close to everything released so far is not new. But these are interesting anyway. For example, note the pages and pages of fundraising for the January 4th, 21st, 2021 Georgia speech. Do you remember that speech? That speech was really weird. This is Donald Trump Jr. Okay, what are you doing? This is Donald Trump Jr. email that was being sent, a fundraising mail. President Trump is on stage now. My father is on stage right now in Georgia rallying with Senators Kelly Loeffler and David Perdue to defend our Senate Republican majority. Are you watching? He's speaking directly to the American people because he knows how important it is to protect America from the left and big government socialist agenda. It's just not. The Senate runoff election is tomorrow, and you are the only one who can stop them. I'm sending my father, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Pages and pages of fundraising emails for that. As I noted here, I wanted to read this article a while back. Good. Let's read this because I wanted to read this very empty wheel thing a while back, and now here it is again. As I noted here, there should be the same or bigger number of fundraising emails for January 6th for the same purpose to prove it was a campaign event. We know they exist. They're not here. Okay, that's weird. Yeah, I can't praise him. That's the rally where Pence invited people to come on January 6th. Yep. Yeah, he's a total idiot. I wanted to read this one. Okay, so this is an empty wheel from way back. I was going to read this a long time ago. Hold on. All right, all hell is going to break loose. I'm sorry I keep jumping around. I hope I'm not going too ridiculously for everybody. I'm so sorry. I'm just excited. I'm excited. Okay. There are a number of laugh-in-his-face funny things. This is from October 6th. Empty Wheel commented on Ellie Honig, his column. There are a number of laugh-in-his-face funny things about Ellie Honig's column, bitching that Jack Smith submitted his immunity filing before the election. First, for years, Honig whined and moaned that the January 6th investigation would never reach the Willard Hotel, which was, in the opinion he formed without examining much of the evidence, the only way it would reach Trump. Well, now that court filings have incorporated the Willard, yet Honig seems not to have noticed, but then he has never exhibited much awareness. Well, I guess we have a certain feeling about Ellie Honig. Okay. From the indictment, the meeting that co-conspirator 6 had organized so that the defendant and co-conspirator 2 could enlist Pence to reject Biden's legitimate electoral votes was scheduled late in the afternoon of January 4th. In advance of the meeting, I know it's like Steve Bannon, I don't know who the other people are, gathered at the Willard Hotel near the White House. From there, CC1, who I think is Bannon, called and spoke with the defendant. More importantly, I strongly suspect that this filing does reflect the impact of DOJ policy prohibiting major actions in the 3 months leading up to an election. That is, I suspect Jack Smith considered making more substantive tweaks to the superseding indictment against Trump, but did not because of the DOJ prohibition. This is, to be clear, speculation, but the speculation rests in part on what we see in the court filings. Start with this detail. When Jack Smith asked for a 3-week extension to submit a status report on August 8th, 3 weeks that he predictably used to supersede the indictment, he didn't say he needed the time to present the case to a new grand jury. Rather, he said he needed the time to consult with the other parts of DOJ. The government continues to assess the new precedent set forth last month in the Supreme Court's decision in Trump v. United States, including through consultation with other DOJ components. Okay. Although these consultations are well underway, the government has not finalized its position on the most appropriate schedule for the parties to brief issues. Okay. And while I think that it is likely that Smith did consult with OLC, the Solicitor General, and the prosecutors at D.C. U.S. Attorney's Office, who are superseding other accused January 6 criminals charged with 18 U.S. Code about the content of his indictment, that's not even what he said he was consulting about. He said he was consulting about the most appropriate schedule to brief certain issues regarding the decision. He said he was consulting about DOJ rules, regulations, and policies. The one DOJ policy pertaining to timing is precisely the one Honig is so upset about. The one prohibiting criminal charges or statements that might give an advantage or disadvantage to a particular candidate. I'm not a big fan of Honig's either. Okay, I don't need to read the part of it. But as many people rebutted Honig, this pertains to stuff DOJ controls, like indictments, not things a judge controls, like the briefing Judge Chutkan ordered, briefing about an indictment charged 14 months ago. Tellingly, Honig didn't bitch when Jack Smith superseded the indictment against Trump less than 90 days before the election. That's probably because the indictment involved minor changes, mostly subtractions. Smith eliminated Jeffrey Clark's conduct entirely, added language to emphasize Mike Pence's role as Trump's running mate, and focused more closely on the fraudulent vote certifications Trump and his co-conspirators created. Honig didn't opine that the more limited indictment would have required DOJ approval or violated pre-election rules. The other reason I suspect Smith considered but did not make more substantive changes to the indictment is what appears and doesn't appear in the immunity filing. First, as I alluded the other day, there's an asymmetry in how DOJ discusses Trump's January 4th speech in Georgia and his January 6th speech. Regarding the former, prosecutors spend an entire paragraph laying out the fundraising emails Trump sent in advance of the Georgia speech, using those emails to argue that the speech was a campaign event. Of course it was a campaign event. Moreover, this is from the indictment, the defendant's campaign sent numerous fundraising emails before, during, and after the speech confirming the event's private nature. In a January 4th email around 3 p.m., the campaign sent a fundraising email with the subject line, "Epic Rally in 6 hours. President Trump is headed to Georgia for a rally with senators. This rally is going to be epic and show the nation that real Americans are fired up and ready to fight to keep our majority. The Senate runoff election is tomorrow, and it's going to take the support of patriots from all around the nation if we're going to win big and save America from the radical left." Later, at 9:21 p.m., the campaign sent a fundraising email in the name of the defendant's son that began, "My father's on stage right now." We just read that. It's far more important to persuade Judge Chutkan that the January 6th speech was a campaign event, yet even though the filing spends 3 pages describing the significant similarities between the Georgia speech and the January 6th one, there's no parallel argument that Trump fundraised off the January 6th speech. Indeed, there's no other discussion of fundraising whatsoever in this filing, which is rather surprising, given how Trump used his fundraising emails to cement the big lie. And we know that there was fundraising directly tied to the January 6th speech. As the January 6th committee noted, the last email went out just as rioters breached the Capitol. J6 committee dedicated an appendix to both the legally sanctionable claims Trump made in fundraising emails and to ways Trump used the money to pay other bills, things other than what he told his rubes he would spend it on. The easiest way to hold Trump accountable for January 6th in such a way that doesn't remotely implicate presidential immunity would be to charge him for fundraising fraud, adopting the same model SDNY used to charge Steve Bannon and his co-conspirators for fundraising off the wall Trump never built. But there's not a hint of that in the indictment currently before Judge Chutkan. The fact that the prosecutors didn't include the fundraising directly tied to January 6, even though it would help ensure that they got to use the January 6 speech at trial, suggests they may be withholding to use it in some other way. Ooh. Back in December, in the last filing Jack Smith submitted before Trump's lawyers got Judge Chutkan to prohibit such things, Smith said he wanted to introduce Trump's encouragement of the Proud Boys as 404B evidence. Let's see. His debate where he said stand back and stand by. A particular note are the specific January 6 offenders whom the defendant has supported, namely individuals convicted of some of the most serious crimes charged in relation to January 6, such as seditious conspiracy and violent assaults on police officers. During his September 17, 2023 appearance on Meet the Press, for instance, the defendant said that regarding the Proud Boys leader Enrique Tarrio, who was convicted of seditious conspiracy, quote, "I want to tell you, he and other people have been treated horribly." The defendant then criticized the kinds of lengthy sentences received only by defendants who, like Tarrio, committed the most serious crimes on January 6. But the Proud Boys don't appear at all in the immunity filing. You can go search for them using this OCR version, nothing. Jack Smith said he wanted them to be part of the trial, but they're not in his filing laying out that Smith might mention them at trial. To be sure, there's a section of the immunity filing that addresses Trump's fondness for convicted Jan 6ers. I'm not talking about them. But not only doesn't it mention the Proud Boys directly, one of them was part of the Jan 6 choir, though not any of the seditionists, it doesn't include the September 2023 interview in which Trump addressed Enrique Tarrio by name. I want to tell you, I have so much to say about the J6 choir and who empowered them to become such a powerful force. It wasn't who you thought it was. The immunity filing does include the other key focus that the December 404B filing, though, Mike Roman's elicitation of a riot at the TCF Center in Detroit. This is Mike Roman. In the immediate post-election period, while the defendant claimed fraud without proof, his private operative sought to create chaos rather than seek clarity at polling places where states were continuing to tabulate votes. For you know what I want? I want someone when these cases go to trial in D.C., I would like to be, all I need is air flight. I'll find a place to stay. I have friends in D.C. But I want to cover the trials for someone. So Greg, Stephanie, Allison, Hal, whoever's listening, just, you don't have to pay me. Just send me to D.C. to cover those trials. Because I don't want the fucking morons covering them who don't know who any of these people are or any of the connections. I should be the one to cover it. That's it. I'm making that request now. Send me to D.C. Let me be your reporter on the ground. God, increase the fucking IQ. I don't need to be paid. I don't need money. I just need to get there and I'll figure it out. I just need to be, I need a press pass from an outlet. I mean this. I'm serious. I have time. I can go to D.C. and just go to trial every day. Please. I'm serious. I'm serious about that. Okay. Mike Roman, for example, on November 4th, Mike Roman. Oh, bye, Scott. See you later. Oh, love you. COVID dropped IQs. It probably did, actually. Mike Roman, a campaign employee agent and co-conspirator of the defendant, tried to sow confusion when the ongoing vote count at the TCF Center in Detroit, Michigan looked unfavorable for the defendant. Let's see. Oops. There, when a colleague at the TCF Center told, quote, "We think a batch of votes heavily in Biden's favor is right," Roman responded, "Find a reason it isn't. Give me options to file litigation. And even if it is. When the colleague suggested that there was about to be unrest reminiscent of the Brooks Brothers riot, a violent effort to stop the vote count in Florida after the 2000 presidential election, Roman responded, "Make them riot. Do it." The defendant's campaign operatives and supporters used similar tactics at other tabulation centers, including in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And the defendant sometimes used the resulting confrontations to falsely claim that his election observers were being denied proper access, thus serving as a predicate to the defendant's claim that fraud must have occurred in the observer's absence. Notably, the section of the immunity filing repeats something that the 404B notice did. It called Roman, like Bannon, an unindicted co-conspirator, even though in the introduction of the immunity filing, it described him as an agent, along with other 3 main campaign operatives. The government also plans to introduce evidence of an effort undertaken by an agent, an indicted co-conspirator of the defendant who worked for his campaign. Hold on, got little notifications. To immediately, following the election, obstruct the vote count. On November 4th, 2020, the campaign employee exchanged a series of text messages with an attorney supporting the campaign's election day operations at the TCF Center where votes were being counted. The campaign employee encouraged rioting and other methods of obstruction when he learned that the vote count was trending in favor of his opponent. The government will also show that around the time of these messages, an election official at the TCF Center observed that as Biden began to take the lead, a large number of untrained individuals flooded the TCF Center and began making illegitimate and aggressive challenges to the vote count. Thereafter, Trump made repeated false claims regarding election activities at the TCF Center, when in truth, his agent was seeking to cause a riot to disrupt the count. This evidence is admissible to demonstrate that the defendant, his co-conspirators, and agents had knowledge that the defendant had lost the election, and as well as their intent to and motive to obstruct and overturn the legitimate results. As it did with Steve Bannon, the immunity filing calling Roman a co-conspirator without giving him a substitution CC. They're both just persons, at least in substitutions used in this filing. And here's why that's especially interesting. I'll come to that. Thank you, Gal. Scroll down to the older emails from this search result. Cool. As I noted in this post, the only evidentiary reason to describe Bannon as a co-conspirator is to introduce his words via hearsay exception without requiring him to testify. Some of what he said, bolded below, he said on text to Boris Epstein, who was already treated as a co-conspirator, so those texts could come in anyway. October 31st, this is Bannon to Boris. He's going to declare himself a winner. November 13th, Trump just fired. December 13th, Bannon resumes daily contact. December 14th, alternate electors through the J6 committee. January 2nd, the vice president's role is not ministerial. January 2nd, Trump wanted Pence briefed by Eastman immediately. January 4th, pre-Pence Willard hotel meeting from which Rudy calls Trump. January 4th, also the post-Pence Willard hotel meeting. January 5th, fuck his lawyer. January 5th, call with Trump before all hell is going to break loose. Others don't involve Epstein or are important for the way Bannon conveys recent contact with Trump. Oh, I had this video. Oh my God, I had all this.
And what Trump's going to do is just declare victory, right? He's going to declare victory. But that doesn't mean he's the winner. He's just going to say he's the winner.
Oops. Yeah, he's just going to
The Democrats, more of our people vote early that count. Theirs voted mail. And so they're going to have a natural disadvantage, and Trump's going to take advantage of it. That's our strategy. He's going to declare himself a winner. So when you wake up Wednesday morning, it's going to be a firestorm. We're going to have Antifa crazy, the media crazy, the courts are crazy, and Trump's going to be sitting there mocking, tweeting shit out, you lose. I'm the winner. I'm the king. And he'll be all over. He'll be going, where's Hunter? Is Hunter on a crack pipe? I mean, no, he'll be, because then it doesn't matter. Remember, here's the thing. After then, Trump never has to go to a voter again. He's going to fire Ray, the FBI director, and fire the He's going to say, fuck you. How about that? Because he's never going to, he's done his last election. Oh, he's going to be off the chain. He's going to be crazy. Also, if Trump is losing by 10 or 11 o'clock at night, it's going to be even crazier.
You know,
No, because he's gonna sit right there and say they stole it. I'm
Yeah,
doing
agree.
I'm directing the Attorney General to shut down all ballot places in all 50 states. It's gonna be no. He's not going out easy. If Biden's winning, Trump is gonna do some crazy shit.
There it is then. Okay, let's see. Where's that? One mention of Bannon in the immunity filing is his Halloween prediction that Trump would claim victory. Oh, let me go to this. Let me see. Oh, this is interesting. I've never seen this before. Archive of political emails. Oh, I love Vermont. That's so nice. Vermont's really beautiful. Oh my God, I need my glasses. Do I have any glasses? Where's my glasses? What'd I do with all my glasses? Where did I put all my glasses? Where's my glasses? Oh well, it doesn't matter. Let me just do this. All right, so this is so interesting. Oh, I want to look at this further. Oh my God, so exciting. I know whether the yeah, Gal, do you feel like you might have found information yet? I know it's so soon, but so is New Hampshire. New Hampshire is really beautiful too. Oh, you found new stuff? Oops. So this is okay. So what am I going to this? Okay. Wait, hold on. Let me do this. Oh, scroll down to the older emails. Oh, okay. Whoops. I think you probably were trying to direct me right to where I was supposed to go, huh? Certify. Oh, okay. Oh, these go back in time. Okay. Oh my God, look at this. Illegals voting in DC. Look at this. Oh my God, this is so great. This is all what a great thing. Okay, thanks, Lee. We'll be quiet. We'll behave ourselves. We'll stay in your pocket. Oh my God. November 30th, 2021. See, this is a great website. Archive of political emails. Oh my God. You can search messages. Oh my God. This is so exciting. Should I be searching for anything in particular? Let me see. Wait. Oh my God. I don't know what that was from, but oh man, just went out. I sent you pre-searched links. Okay. Wait, which one do I want to go? Okay, this is the one that I was on before, but so on electoral college, not your ordinary Republican email. Oh, here we go. This is official Trump polling. January 5th. Cal's on the case. Hell yeah. Let's see. President Trump needs your input. Okay, so this was January 5th, 2021, 8:05 p.m. Soon Congress will meet to vote and certify or object to the Electoral College votes. President Trump always cares what you think. Oh, cool. This is so fun. Hi, Val. How are you, darling? Your results are critical, John. Okay, so this was so that's a fundraising fucking email on the fucking electoral. What? That's so crazy. How should we elect the president? November 6, 2020. Hillsdale College via the American Voter. I just want to see what this says. Support the American voter. I'm enclosing a survey on a very urgent matter. Very urgent. A movement is growing, led by progressives. Oh, they're so mean. but supported by many well-meaning Americans to change the way we elect our president. That's why Hillsdale College is conducting a national survey on presidential selection. I kind of want to take it, but now I shouldn't. But today, more than a dozen stories. Okay, so this movement undermining the Constitution has grown largely because of the failure of America's schools to provide young people with a whatever. Okay, so you're into civics? I don't get it. Okay. This is crazy. Abolishing the Electoral College. Donald Trump. Oh, this is right before the election in 2020. Pencil neck Adam Schiff. Oh, we're looking at some old campaign emails because Judge Chutkan released the appendices to Jack Smith's superseding indictment. And of course, they're all redacted mostly, so it's hard to find information within the new release. So, but Gal, in her evergreen way of finding information, found this great website called Political Emails, which goes back in a time machine of the emails that are sent by campaigns. So, because it's so interesting, because this whole case for Jack Smith hinges on whether or not Trump was acting in his capacity as a candidate. It matters what actions were taken as a candidate versus as president, and that's such an important distinction. That's why looking at things like this is so interesting, because it gives you some data on when did he act like an actual candidate versus the president. So mildly interesting. Let's see. All right. So this is another. Yeah. So the left still cannot accept the 2016 election results where Cook and Hillary lost bad. How pathetic. We can't let them get away. We're sending the names of the first 100 patriots who publicly stand with us directly to President Trump. If you step up now, we'll make sure your name is at the very top. And so you add your name. So that's getting on the list. College petition. What? God. Don't let AOC silence you. I have a feeling a lot of people would like that, actually. So I'm not sure. That's a great website. Oh, I could search terms there all fucking day. I was going to search for fake electors. Wait. Let's see what he says about John Eastman. Search. I'm just curious. Oh, maybe it doesn't work. No. Okay, I'll have to play with it later on. Nope, there's no messages. Damn it. Although these are just emails. So that's probably why. Okay, let's see. Do I have anything else? Oh my God, I went through everything. I've gone through everything. I had what a great show. Oh my God, we've had good shows this week. I'm going to be honest. I feel really good about the stuff we're doing at Wake and Bake. I think Wake and Bake is becoming a great daily thing. Thanks to everyone in this room. It's not one person making this happen. But I'm very proud of what we're putting out. I think we're putting out good information, maybe different takes, and maybe something else. And the kitty cam has a cat in it. Okay, come on now. What else do you want? What do you want from me? What do you want from me? I always think of that. Adam Lambert. Anyway, thank you for coming this morning. Thank you for learning a bit. If anything big breaks this afternoon, I'll probably go live. I'm not confident that it will. But certainly we're going to all be looking through the appendices to find any pages that are, I know, isn't it nice? Any pages that are, not redacted. So I'm sure we'll still have other little breakthroughs today. But I hope your Friday's really good. I think it was a pretty good week, I hope, for most. And yes, exactly. And sometimes the cats even are awake. But I hope the rest of your Friday's really, really good. Tomorrow is the lounge. Please don't miss it. It's going to be fun. And you definitely don't want to miss next week's Halloween show because I have something planned for you that I am incredibly proud of. So please, I'm going to hype it up. Please come to, or make sure you watch the Halloween show after it comes out, because it'll be fun. I also want to do a little story hour for kids. So I might do some stuff where I, oh, cool. I might do some stuff where I read stories and record them for, but without any swear words, no cursies. And no, like, telling people to suck my dick or anything like that. But I might do some stuff that you could play for kids and have them like Dino story time or something like that. So there is a kid friendly playlist on my account. So the Christmas stuff I did last year, the night before Christmas, is there, and it's for kids. So I'm trying to do some more of that because I love reading books, and it'd be fun to read some of the new children's books too that are coming out and do them for a kid-friendly audience. So you can, I don't know. I don't know what you do, how you raise your kids. I don't understand. But sometimes it's nice to have someone else read your kids a book. So you never know. I'm in so many cars. So many cars. But yeah, have a great rest of your day, and and I'll definitely see you tomorrow night, if not before then. But I hope you have a good day. All right, have a great Friday. I'm going to take a nap. I think a nap is a good idea. If anyone can take a nap today, I highly encourage it. We deserve it. We definitely deserve it. Oof. All right. Okay. Be kind to one another, and spend your time on things that are actually making somebody's life a little better. Don't spend your time bitching about other people, in terms of like creating hate spaces just around them. Don't do that. It says so much more about you than it does about the person you're speaking of. So really, be better in this world. All right. Have a great weekend. I love you.